So we're starting again with episode 36 of our crew of privateers, who last session once again got up to a great deal of shenaniganry before they stumbled across a fleeing elven ship, badly damaged after a fight that sought their aid against their pursuers, who, after a bit of haggling, they've turned around to engage. You finished off with a hefty battle with the frigate that you're flying, broadsiding one of the brigs almost into oblivion, and had turned to see how the Cirrus had been faring against the other brig. So I'll say for both Bhajiri and Silas, who were on the Cirrus for the vast majority of for all of the last session, the two of you had boarded the Cirrus and had some time together with Silas. In this case, this would be the first time you've seen some of the crew that have been on the Cirrus for quite some time. A relatively easy trip. You were pretty much just tailing the frigate wherever the heck it was going, because Haldir had plotted the course, which left you pretty much free to do as you pleased. So if there's anything you wanted to have gotten up to prior to the battle, feel free to interject with what shenaniganry you've been up to or what you discussed.
There's no specific shenaniganry off the top of my head.
Fair enough.
Well,
Go for it.
I believe since I was stuck on the ship with the monkey, I believe there's been a lot of catching up prior to the battle.
Yes, and I reckon Bhajiri would have gotten like his little tea set, sat down with Silas, called him captain, and
Silas will definitely, like, every time he addresses Bhajiri, it will be Commodore Bhajiri, but like with a smirk.
Oh, very, very much. The same with Bhajiri, with regards to being like captain.
As you can see, we take our duties very seriously.
Well noted. You would have noticed at some point that the frigate had caught up with another vessel, and that some form of communication had been going on between the two, before it had then turned and changed course. So you would have witnessed the opening salvo of the frigate engaging the Vudrians before the crew of your vessel would have leapt into action as well, seeing that there were two ships engaged, and the Cirrus would have engaged the other one. Being that they are a very similar ship in size and make to the Cirrus, there would have been a heck of a lot of manoeuvring going on, and Bhajiri, I'm going to presume you would have been at the helm.
That's a pretty good assumption.
Yep.
I'd be at the
camp. It's been a lot of manoeuvring to try and jockey for position. The difference being that where the lead ship was caught by surprise, this one has been doing its level best to effectively charge down your vessel. And Bhajiri, you would have been trying to keep out of range of both cannons and boarding. I will say at the beginning of this session, where the frigate has turned under Haldir's guidance to engage the vessel attacking the Cirrus, that at this stage, the Vudrian vessel has turned once again to try and close the distance with the Cirrus, and with what seems to be an unusual amount of additional speed has actually effectively closed the gap, and ropes and chains have been launched out to catch the hull and the rigging, and you'll note that they've effectively also shot these from the cannons themselves.
We're stealing that tech.
That is a fantastic plan.
And they are trying to pull the two ships close side by side.
Is there anyone who looks in charge that I can see and or potentially hit from my position?
So what I'm going to say is roll perception for that.
Okay.
And
Now,
to make
what
things
was my
easy, I
scores
will
again?
also turn around and get everyone to roll an initiative.
Is it everyone?
Yep,
Or-
everyone.
Ooh. My perception has 5 stunt points if that does anything.
Depending on the size of the roll, it can do.
I have a feeling I might succeed,
That's fair.
Mm,
considering it's an 18 total. I
Right.
rolled triple fives.
nice.
So, the first thing you notice is it's fairly easy to see who's not in charge because most of the crew look like corpses. Despite the fact that they're shuffling around. The ones that are moving faster and although they look very pale, they don't appear to be lurching with the same sort of shambling gait as the crew. If you were to hazard a guess, they would be the ones in charge. And there is more than one.
Damn it. Is there one in range of a cannon?
As in one near a cannon, or...
No, in range of my cannon. I intend to attempt to like headshot the sucker.
Fair enough. So, what I'll do is on your turn, when that will be, so roll an initiative.
I rolled 16 for my initiative.
16? Yep. Not a problem. On your turn, you may take an action against one of them because you will be able to keep sight of them.
It was more me looking for one that I might be able to target because I want to keep my eyes on that one. Like that's the idea with why I'm asking if there's one within range.
At the moment, you see that there are two on deck.
Okay. Good. I'll just keep my eyes on those two, see where they're going.
Yeah. So let me just quickly write these rolls down. Whisp came in with a 14. Bhajiri came in with a 12. Okay. This is actually going to be interesting because... wait.
Yeah, I'm guessing Haldir comes before me because I think Haldir has higher dexterity from that roll. I think.
Haldir has a dex of 3, and
3, yeah.
Mug, you've got a dex of 2.
That's
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
70,
why does
70.
Haldir get to add a second number to it? Like a 3 plus 2?
Focus, isn't it?
I have the initiative focus as well.
Oh, there's a
Yeah.
focus
Yeah,
for initiative.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, I have it as well. Actually, that's why I was adding a +2 as
Yeah.
well.
Nice.
Also, don't forget that you can steal initiative.
Yeah, I was looking at that. It's 4 stunt points to steal the initiative.
It pays sometimes. Let's see. So 17 on Haldir and therefore 17 on Mug. Let me just...
I have to do a quick BRB again.
Yep.
Sorry.
Not a problem.
No
Let
problem.
me just fix that.
Oh, it's probably because the baby is silent. Yeah, I think because I think I could hear the baby earlier, but then it suddenly went silent. Well, he went silent.
Why have I got... Oh, right. model list. Let's fix that. Because a certain mage has not actually been in combat. Kind of surprising, to be honest. Okay. And let me just quickly roll this. And the other. Oh, 5, 6. So, in order, we're going to have Haldir, then Mug, Silas.
I'm back. Did I miss much?
Nope, I'm just working out the turn.
Not at all.
Okay.
Wisp is up
Yeah,
after
we were
that.
just looking at the initiative order.
Bhajiri, and then we're going to have the ship that has just grappled the Cirrus, and then last is the one that's sailing off into the sunset. Silas, with that perception, by the way, I'm going to say that what you were noticing with the one that is stalking around the deck is that they're clearly using magic, and as they are walking around, half the crew is picking themselves back up.
Wait, picking themselves back up as in?
As in, at one point,
Standing
as the
up.
ships got close, half the crew on the deck just sort of started twitching and toppling, and as if something had gone wrong.
Okay. I'm gonna yell that out to the Commodore.
Noted.
So, Haldir, you're up first.
Haldir's just gonna try and get the ship close because clearly the citrus is getting boarded.
Citrus.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's become
Um,
habit for everyone to call it the citrus at this stage.
It's it.
So we can't really shoot at it without having a chance to hit our own. So Haldir is just trying to get close as quickly as possible, and he yells out, "Everyone, prepare for boarding!"
Radio, can I get a deck sailing out of you?
Yep.
Don't you dare crash my ship.
We are fighting them. We are jumping on board.
Yes, that's what boarding means, Mug.
Yeah, I'm leading that.
I'm not actually going to be able to tell you that, Mug.
I'm going to
Nope.
say that you could probably have shouted that because you would probably have heard Mug being really excited.
In that case, yeah.
Mug is shouting me, I'm leading that charge. I'm taking out these vampire. Are they called vampires? Hearts.
They're called vampires.
Yeah,
They're
I will take the vampires.
They're vampires, Mog. Go get them.
I will.
So, Haldir, 16. Yep, you don't struggle at all to get the ship maneuvered around, and you come up alongside.
Ah, we have them trapped in a sandwich.
Wait, is this the sandwich situation?
You are currently sandwiched in? Yes.
Awesome. In that case, can Silas yell out to Haldir? Give it a full broadside!
Man, you hurt the captain!
So,
Bhajiri's eyes just widen in fear.
I'm also gonna like look at Bhajiri and I'm gonna go, let's do the same.
Bhajiri's gonna be like, fuck it. Full broadside!
this is going to be really interesting. Mug, you're up.
Okay. So Mug is leading the boarding, right?
If Mug wants to jump on board, you are going to be close enough to board.
Yeah.
Okay. Mug is leading the boarding. So before jumping on board, can Mug fire a shot, or is it better to jump first and then fire?
You can fire and then jump over, but it would count as you attacking first.
Okay.
So you could do an aimed shot and then sort of jump on over, or you could jump over on the charge and try
Wait,
and melee
is
someone.
Isn't jumping over a movement?
It is a movement, but
Yeah.
from memory,
Then an aimed shot wouldn't work, right? Because using movement is also the same action as an aimed shot, if I remember correctly.
I'm just gonna quickly triple check that.
Sorry if I fucked that up by being a rules liar, guys.
No, it's fine.
all right.
No, you can still move because the oh no, sorry, you are quite correct actually. Move is the minor action. So yeah, you could not move and aim and shoot, or you could
Okay.
not aim, shoot, and just run.
Yeah. Okay.
You
Okay, if I want to
just
heroically
fire
lead
the
a
cannon.
charge, yeah. No, I can't charge over if I'm firing the cannon, but I can shoot them with a pistol.
Wait, isn't it firing a cannon the same action as?
Firing the cannon
Firing
is
a
the
pistol?
same action as firing a pistol. Yeah.
So technically, yes, you
Oh,
could
okay.
cannon and then jump.
Can I?
Yep.
Can I do that, Glenn? Okay. Yeah, let's cannonball it.
There is
And-
absolutely
and then I
nothing
will still
stopping
have
you
a
from
shot.
getting the cannon crew to fire the cannon with you.
This is
And
very
then
much the
jumping
meme
across.
that
Okay.
this is very
Yes.
much the meme that I saw on like Facebook about the crew being the map,
Yeah.
and then as soon as combat happens, it's the death squad.
And if you roll a lot of stun points, you're just gonna jump on
Okay,
top
okay.
of your own cannonball.
Oh.
Classic jumping from Team Fortress 2.
Yeah, but I'm
No.
not sure if I want to jump on top of my cannonball.
You can ride it all the way to the other ship.
Would that be a
Nah.
dexterity riding roll if you were to try to do that? Just out of curiosity.
I
It
would
would be
say
a dexterity
yes.
rodeo.
For future reference.
And
Noted.
It would also be acrobatics to get off in time so that you don't clear the other side.
Well, who
Fuck.
needs to do that, right?
Good, because I got advantage with everything acrobatics related. I shall ride the
Oh.
cannonball.
So, is it just going to be a normal cannonball, or can I aim it somewhere? Oh, I probably can't aim. No, we established I can't aim.
Yeah, you
so-
wouldn't be able to aim, so you're literally just firing.
Okay.
The only thing you could do is hit the magazines
Mm.
if you get enough stun points.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's my usual no stunt points.
Ah.
So, I
Well
can't.
done.
Wait, I also can't count. Can I? Yeah, so this
I
is
don't know if there's a
15. I was
feature
going to
of
say 13. Okay, well done for finding that. So that's a
So
15
yes,
for
a 15
cannonball.
is going to hit.
Yeah. So is it like 30?
It will.
No, 10.
Yeah,
10 d6,
10d6,
right?
Yep. So I'll get you to roll your
Damage.
damage.
It's still magical damage.
Oh yeah.
A magical cannonball.
So let me just nope.
Let me just note amazing things you love to hear.
Well, when you're firing a magical cannonball at point blank into the hull of a ship, stuff might happen.
Yeah. Ah ha 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 ha. Yar yar yar.
Yar, fiddly-tee.
Okay, now let's add all of these together.
Yep. And Mud gets the privilege of scratching the paintwork on this one.
Okay. So that's. Wait, do we actually still have Verity's buffs? Because I think that was like +1 damage, wasn't it? Or has it expired?
I'd say by this stage it's expired because from memory it had a
Okay.
relatively short span.
So that's 41 points of magical damage. Bam! So Mug shoots the cannonball and then shouts, "Charge and get them, guys! Take down the vampires and the vampires as well."
Noted. So, Mug, you'll jump across onto the ship. And next up, in the turn order, where have I got you? Is Silas.
Yeah, so it was a point blank
Ooh.
range magical cannonball, right?
I think I heard my name.
Yep, Silas, you are.
Well, that means, is the guy still on deck that I was looking at?
He is currently still on deck.
He should probably get ready.
So if you're doing an aim with your cannon, that would still be a disadvantage to hit.
Yup. Okay. So it sucks that it's a disadvantage because my first roll was 666.
Oh.
Still okay, I guess. At least I might get stunt points for this.
I was about to say you didn't just roll 111, so
Oh, that would be the worst disadvantage
That
roll
would be
ever.
devastating.
mm-hmm.
Cannon. For cannons, I add a plus. Yeah, plus that.
Yep, it counts the same as your gunpowder weapons.
Okay, so I can add the same bonuses as my pistols. Not my scoped arquebus because that got a boost.
Yeah, because it's accuracy to hit and perception for damage.
So that is 15, 19, 21.
To hit.
Yes,
Bloody hell.
because I add +7 to things that I shoot with a black powder weapon.
Fair enough. It does count, so
Boom.
that is a hit.
Do I even need to do a dual strike to have it impact a secondary creature?
What I can say is that you can spend the points on a dual strike, but what I will say is that it won't just be a secondary creature.
In that case, yeah, 4 points on dual strike and 1 on rapid reload.
Noted. So
And that means damage, right?
Yep. So roll your damage, and basically
How many d6s
10.
was it?
So
See, no, that's the numbers I like.
Silas is already holding the next cannonball, and he's shoved gunpowder into the hands of one of the other crew as they're fired, and he's immediately getting them to reload.
Oh, he's not going to enjoy this. Oh, half of them are 6s.
Nice. So we are obliterating the ship, not even leaving the ship. But don't destroy it while Mug is on it. Completely.
And then I also add my perception, I think.
Yep, for damage.
So that means, let me just shoot this number into a calculator because that's easier. I am so enjoying this number. Let me double check that I typed it incorrect because I hate to be that guy. Yeah. So I rolled exactly 50 points of damage.
Okay.
Keep in mind I
That's
called it a
good.
headshot that I was aiming for.
Yep, that's fine. So, let me just roll.
Wait, did you cannonball one of the vampires?
Yes.
So,
Well done.
you've
I
carefully
didn't shoot the
sighted
shit.
and fired the cannon, and before the smoke's even cleared, you have already got the crew reloading it. Your shot has gone at head height across the decks, and you've noted that it's cut a path through the zombie crew before it takes the vampire straight in the face as he turns to continue doing whatever he was casting.
Well, he's not casting that anymore.
Nope, he is not, and you notice that a number of the zombies along the way are also missing limbs or their heads.
Nice.
That's good. That seems like a plan. And it was dual strike, which means that it hits more targets. So I am enjoying this so
It
much.
took 7 of the zombies down on the way past.
Deal. The vampire is not like alive anymore, I guess.
No, he is counted as down and out.
Sounds good. In that case, I think that was my turn, besides a very, very enthusiastic yeah shouted out.
Noted. So, next
With
up.
that, I'm going to say BRB. So
Oh, good.
Oh, that's fine.
So, fourth on that turn order is actually Wisp.
I want to use the cannon, but like away from where Monk's gone.
Noted. So you'll note that some of the crew are getting prepared to board after Mug as well, but they haven't crossed over yet.
Good.
Oh, lazy.
Just lowering the turn order.
Yeah.
Unlike Mug, they don't have the boundless of enthusiasm of jumping onto a deck filled with dead people.
19. 19.
19 is definitely a hit. Especially at this range.
Right.
You guys still there? You just
Yep.
went quiet.
Just mathing.
Okay.
Wisp is just mathing at this stage.
Sorry.
That's
It's
fine.
no problem.
Doing all the math.
I think we've got a Verity arriving shortly too as well.
Oh, good.
So, actually, because of the turn order, I will quickly work out what this is doing. So, since Silas has called out fire the cannons and the crew are actually up next, I need to open Roll20 because I don't have this many dice.
Well, you're telling me that the what?
Is
How many cannons?
25 on
Times
the
10.
side, and another 9 on the brig.
Yeah, 25 on the frigate and 9 on the brig. Yeah.
Yeah, subtracting those that people are using currently.
That's just a few die.
Yep. I will just double check. Yep, actually, no one is going to be currently on a cannon apart from you lot, so here's the fun part.
Oh, is everyone else boarding as well?
Both Haldir and Bhajiri are currently steering their ships.
Oh yeah.
So rolling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Are you using a website for rolling?
Yep. 8, 9. Oh, actually, I'm going to have to use that one for the frigate. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. And some of them are stunted. How much is the stunt again? Off the top of my head, the magazine was 4 stunt points. So, how many of them actually stunted? 1, 2, 3. That makes things relatively easy. And then 5, 6. Let me just double check. 42 plus 3 stunt points.
Yeah, I'm probably going to use Pierce Armor and Rapid Reload for that.
Yep, that's fine. That will halve the armor of the ship, which means that you do a lot more damage. So 42. Just quickly math that out. Yep. You put a hole in the side that matches the one that Mug did. So the ship has new skylights on both sides.
You guys and your cannons.
Wait, you're saying the tactic worked?
Sorry?
You're saying the tactic worked?
Let me just work out how much damage that your NPCs just did off the Cirrus, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Need to be one more of those. Oh Jesus, and that's one of the stunts. So 1, 2, 3, and 4.
How much was that target the magazine stun, by the way?
4 points off the top of my head.
Okay.
So
Can you use it when you were trying to shoot a person?
No,
unfortunately not.
No, this
Yeah.
is specifically just for cannons.
no, but I'm adding it to my. I have a custom overview of the stun points because, well, they changed and I found it difficult to remember that they changed.
Hang on. So let me just drop that one into. Oh, actually, you've
Already
popped
done it.
Yep. Let me pin that one.
It's pinned as one of the first things in the pin.
Now it's pinned as one of the first and one of the last.
Indeed.
Oh, that's fair.
You have also pinned Silas saying back.
Oh, did I?
um,
That can get removed. I don't know how that happened.
no, it's important. It's important. We should.
So, the first round of damage did that. So, on the Cirrus, the crew one by one have fired off their cannons. All but one have actually sent their cannonballs straight into the side of the ship. The least 3 of them, oh, actually no, one of them has hit the magazine. The other 2 are piercing armor.
Ooh.
So.
Oh wait, are they attacking us or are
Nope,
they attacking them?
This is our crew.
This is your NPC crew.
Okay, good.
In that case,
I wasn't clear for a moment.
Minus.
Then it's allowed. Then no complaints about this.
And the final one hit the magazine. That's double damage. It was a high roller 2, which.
Are they going to obliterate the ship while Mugi's on it?
I hope not.
it is now the plan, apparently.
It would
we'll
take
just catch you.
a significant amount of damage to do that.
Okay.
I feel like we should tie a rope to Mug for like next time this happens, just in case. So if the ship does get obliterated, Mug will just be like dangling there, and you can pull them back up.
It's possible.
Makes sense.
So,
Guys, can I do one quick out-of-game thingy for you guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
I turned my camera on.
Oh,
I
wait.
believe, if it works.
We can't see it.
can't s-
Oh,
wait, hang on.
there we go.
I had to
No,
show
I
you guys
don't.
someone.
Wait.
Oh,
Your little human is very adorable.
Hello. Very cute.
He's such a cutie.
Oh,
Okay.
it's
yeah.
tiny.
4,
Okay. Yeah.
Hello.
So this is my little boy.
Nice to meet you. Oh, wow. He is really tiny.
Yep.
He's not happy. Doesn't like D&D. Come on.
Well, he's not trained yet. I do have the D&D children's books, like the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s of D&D.
It's a bit early for that.
No, we'll just start him early. Sorry, I had to just show off for a second there.
No, of course.
that's all good. All good.
So,
It was a good idea to do that. So we could meet the little guy.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Oh,
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right. So the frigate's just fired, and interesting things have happened.
They missed.
No, 16 hits, and 1 cannon blew up.
Oh. Yeah.
oh.
Isn't that like
So
wait,
one of their cannons blew up.
One of
Oh, no.
one of the NPC cannons on your ship blew up.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
wait, the frigate is my ship.
Yep.
Yes! One of the cannons on the Pitaya blew up.
Haldir,
Well,
Haldir, will you make notes of who was manning that that cannon?
I'm pretty sure we don't have to worry about that guy anymore.
If he's alive, he needs disciplinary measures. He's going
Yeah.
bungee jumping by the neck.
So,
We probably don't need to do it, but okay.
He destroyed my precious cannons.
is the guy injured?
oh yeah.
Is the guy alive? Is the question.
Actually, because it's 3 on the cannon crew, there's 3 of them.
Oh.
So what I'm going to do to make my life easier is roll all the nears. So that was near 10 of them. So that. And roll. That's 15 multiplied by 10. Right.
Heren, kun je een hydrofiel voor me pakken? Kun je een hydrofiel voor me pakken?
Plus 173. And now the fun bit. Rolling the damage for the crits and for that fail. So 1,
Roll.
2.
Oh boy.
Yeah, 2 of them hit the magazine. So 20d6 roll. And so your frigate has just unleashed a massive salvo onto the opposite side where Mug has boarded, and the ship is looking pretty close to Swiss cheese right this stage.
Our cannon crew that's below decks can now wave to the cannon crew that's below decks on the Pitaya.
Pretty much.
Did.
However, one of your cannons has detonated on board, and yeah, you see.
That's less fun.
Let me just roll.
I'm going to use them as examples in like when I'm training new recruits to use the cannons.
Well, we'll have to see if they are alive first.
Well, if they're
before
not
you
alive,
plan
I'm going
too
to use
much.
their names as like. I'll warn them not to turn into a new Joey.
So those 3 do not manage to dodge out of the way, being new crew members, and that cannon
Oh, boy.
detonates under the black powder, and there's little chunks of them flying everywhere.
Oh.
I
Are
am
they
so
all
glad it's
gone?
not on the ship that I'm on.
When the smoke of the explosion clears, the cannon has effectively split itself open.
So what you're telling me is that I now have 197 crew members.
Yep.
Yes, that's even a base
Oh.
reserve.
Less mouths to feed, right?
Less shares to share with as well.
I'm just picturing like the only things left of this person being their like lower legs, like their boots just still in place.
You're pretty certain that the person that did light it, that there is a pair of shoes literally just on the deck.
Oh no.
Oh.
The rest of him is in your hair.
Oh, I'm glad Mud is not on that ship anymore.
Silas
although
is
Mud
probably happy
wouldn't
not to be
care.
on that ship right now too.
Well, I'm hurting because they shot they destroyed my cannon.
Hmm.
But I'm also very happy that I'm on this ship right now. Because I kind of want to be awake to do another shot at some point.
So, with them done, that comes to next on the turn order is Bhajiri.
So you said that this enemy ship kind of looked like Swiss cheese, right?
So
He's gonna take a cheese grater to it.
there's basically a lot of holes in the side from where your cannon crew did a masterclass job of just firing directly into the hull and causing as much damage as they possibly could.
Okay, fantastic. So, hypothetically, would it be possible to do some form of maneuver because that ship is attached to our ship to like pull away and try and like rip it apart?
So, from your experience, you know you've done a lot of damage to it, but these are pretty sturdy ships. It can probably still handle whatever the heck forces you could unleash, except maybe the ram from a frigate.
Damn. Okay then.
Another proposal. We happen to have a frigate.
So what are you wanting me to do?
Just find the biggest hole and gape it with the point of your ship.
So
That sounds like a terrible plan.
we don't want to capture this ship or what?
Oh, do we want to capture the ship? Might be a
I
little
mean,
late.
we have one ship already, one extra ship, so.
We can sell it for parts. How
And then if you
like
completely destroy it.
this is true.
Also, I need to steal a cannon from it, so we need to keep it alive because a cannon needs to be replaced on my ship because some.
Because some crew members.
So in that
It's okay, they're gone now.
Oh my god.
Also, Olea.
Oh boy.
Verity, you have arrived at a very interesting moment.
Oh, hello, Verity.
Just gonna go out there and say the cannon is not my fault. I hope. I think.
The cannon is
I
not your
pray.
fault.
Ooh, can we put the cannon on her? No.
So,
We don't want her to be obliterated, right?
speaking of which, Verity, you've probably grown up extremely sheltered, so can I get you to roll a willpower?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
I don't know what's happening, so I don't know why I'm rolling
Good
willpower.
luck.
You'll find
So,
out.
You'll
you were
find
still
out,
in battle.
especially if you fail.
Yeah, you're still in battle with the vampires. The frigate that you're on has moved up alongside the remaining ship that was engaging the Cirrus. The Cirrus was grabbed by grapples and is being dragged towards it, so you've caught it, effectively sandwiching it, and the crew have begun attacking, but on deck of the frigate, one of the crew fired a cannon which detonated. So you've witnessed some of the people that you have come to know on as crew
Turn into a fine mist, is what
Yeah.
he's trying to say.
Yeah. Is this
It's
willpower
smoky
faith or just willpower?
You can use faith. I will accept that.
It will take a little while to like clean your hair next
Yeah.
morning.
If you're using faith, then you are hoping that then you recognize that they are resting in pieces.
Yeah. They are very much resting in pieces, and everything will be perfectly fine.
Oh my god.
They're just taking.
Don't worry. Verity is pretty fucking willful.
Haldir,
Yes.
this might be an excellent marketing position for our early retirement plan.
So Verity, I'd
Oh.
say that this is probably the first time you've actually seen this kind of stuff up close, and you were outside your comfort zone, but you
Trained to go to the fights.
You have
so I
been
have
trained,
probably
so,
at least like
yeah.
I don't know, seen pictures or been told grisly stories.
yeah, you've
And it's okay. He's with Kathos now.
yeah. Can I quickly
Yeah.
also get a initiative roll out of you, and I will slip you into the thing order.
What was initiative again?
2d6. Sorry, 3d6 plus your
Dex.
dexterity.
Dexterity. Okay.
Deze speenbakken van. Dan kan ik het nog even tegenhouden.
It's a stunt if it matters.
Nope, that's alright. Unfortunately, you don't stunt
Give it on.
on
Aan de andere kant staat het erover.
But it's so many stunt points. It's like all the stunt points.
Dat heeft hij vandaag redelijk gehaald, of niet?
14. Oh, excellent.
6 per stunt points. God damn.
Wait, 6 stunt points?
Yeah,
It's-
because the third number is the stunt
It's
points.
the doubles.
It's the
Oh,
doubles,
okay.
that would be
But
3.
why does the third number matter then? I'm so confused.
I'm pretty sure that in the rules it says you should have a separate colored die because
Yeah.
And if
mm,
Yeah, that
you,
was.
you will roll doubles and then the separate colored die is your stunt die.
True.
Yeah,
So if you've been
That's,
playing like
that's at least that's what I've been playing with so far.
Mm-hmm.
all right, yeah,
That's
we
what I've
can
been playing with as well.
go with
Okay.
that.
In that case, I'm changing how I play because I
Wait, what?
understood that it was
What is
the
it?
doubles.
Sunday?
So if you get
Uh,
doubles,
Yeah.
just take the coloured. So if you got a separate coloured die when you're rolling, take the coloured one as your stunt die. So if you rolled 2 1s but a 6 kind of thing, you take the 6 as your stunts.
Oh, you can do that. What?
No, it's not you can do that. It's like if that's how you do it, that is how you do it. Like you don't
So-
get to choose.
So if you roll any doubles, the special die is the amount of stunt points you get.
Yes.
So
Whereas
it's
before
the
that, I've been
third
taking the
die
doubles.
that's.
Yep.
Yeah, because I've been taking whatever was on the doubles as well.
No, that's all right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've been doing
It
that
doesn't
as
really
well.
matter
Yeah,
as long as you're consistent.
Yeah,
It doesn't change it
Okay.
much.
it doesn't change it much either way.
Mhm.
Yeah. So if you want to use one or the other, it's perfectly fine.
I'm
The
gonna stick
difference
with
is that
what I-
then
what I
it's
know
easier
now.
to get better stunts on lower rolls.
Mhm.
So that was a 14,
But-
right? For the initiative?
Yeah,
Yep,
finished.
that's right. I'll just slip you in. So Bhajiri, we'll go with what you were doing, and then I'll slip Verity in, and then I'll pop Verity properly into the order on the next round.
Okay. So,
Your man is gonna take him on a nap. He's so quiet.
how necessary is it for me to stay behind the wheel of the ship?
You can throw one of the crew members on if you want. They just won't effectively stunt on maneuvering.
Well, since we're sandwiched, I feel like I'm going to do that.
Yep.
And I'm going to shout to the crew, let's board. And I'm going to
Yep.
start boarding that fucker.
Noted.
Yeah, you mean you're joining Mug?
Yes.
Mug, a group of crew have also jumped over behind you.
Finally. Let's get these mother undead, wherever they are. They probably don't fuck, do they?
Daarom is hij als we
They
gaan
don't
slapen
seem to have been talking.
jammer, denk ik. Dan wordt het ineens heel
Yeah, let
donker.
me just pin that.
Dan is het heel vaak als het licht uitgaat, is hij ineens jammer.
I have a feeling Timo is not talking to us.
Yeah, he's not talking to us. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he speaks
Gaat er
actual
nog een wendje aan de
Dwarvish
donker,
or
maar-
something.
Sorry, I was not muted.
Correct.
Sorry, I was talking about the little one.
That's fine.
In strange languages.
Dwarven?
At least this time it wasn't Weed Cowboy. Right? That was what it was last time, right?
Yeah,
In
I
the
can't
Tuesday
remember what we
campaign.
heard.
It was something like that. I didn't say anything like that, but that's what they heard.
Oh.
Because clearly I spoke Dutch and they didn't.
So, Bhajiri, you're going to jump on over. There is a large number of what up close and personal are very clearly revived corpses that are manning the crew on this ship. They seem to, for the bulk, have been manning the cannons, but they are also armed with swords.
Okay. So, I think that how many, hypothetically, could I get into a 6x2 space?
So what
Asking for a friend. The friend's name is Blunderbuss.
So the thing you'll notice is
Wow.
that it is very crowded on these decks. Although some of these zombies don't seem to be on their feet at the moment. On the opposite side of the ship, they are some that are twitching as if they're trying to get back up. But where you would normally have crew below decks, they seem to have everyone above decks, and there is a lot of bodies up here.
Fantastic. In that case, Bhajiri is gonna like
Squeal
leap onto the ship. Blunderbuss.
Yep, roll.
Okie dokie. And it's accuracy, so... Oh, that's not a great roll, actually. I thought it was great, it wasn't.
Why would you
So-
roll that?
I have no idea. Shit. That's 11? That's 11. That's 11.
So let me pull it up, because these guys are not very agile. That is a hit.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Oh, Glenn, question.
Yep.
Quick mechanical question. If I hypothetically try the same thing again with a new person that I try to cannon shoot,
Yeah.
and they are slower than me, can I add pinpoint attack to a cannonball?
If you hit, technically yes.
Nice. Because obviously what you need is more damage when you have a cannonball.
Hypothetically, just going to say there's very few creatures.
Where it
That-
makes a difference.
Largely, yes. Or at least not creatures that you wouldn't have some severe problems with as a whole anyway. So,
Question when it comes to rolling damage.
yep.
Is it just... so for a blunderbuss, it's 1d6 plus 2. Do I add, like...
Perception gets added to it.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck,
Do
I
you have
rolled a
good
1.
perception?
Yes, unfortunately, I have terrible luck.
It's okay.
Blunderbusses are fun weapons.
Yes, because this is going to hit pretty much everyone in a short range. Yep. This is going to be interesting.
I did do maths right?
It looked good to me.
Okay.
Let me just scroll down to where I need my zombies. There they are. Right, so you just leap onto the ship and unload a blunderbuss at close range directly into a whole bunch of the zombies standing in front of you. You see chunks of them go flying off.
Nice.
Let me just turn around because people have leapt onto these ships now.
Remember to have a catchphrase.
As Bhajiri hears this, he's going to just shout, catchphrase!
We'll work on it.
And they have roughly that in hit points. And I need to copy you lot up to there. that's right. Do. Pop there. Armor there. So, Verity, you are going to be up. You will have seen that some of the crew have jumped over onto the ship behind Mug, and that there are what are clearly a whole bunch of dead, shambling crew drawing swords and slowly shambling across the decks towards them.
Right. Does this thing still have the vampires on it?
It does. You can see only one above decks at this stage. The other one, as the two ships came close, got obliterated by a cannonball.
So do I want to do some more dispelling?
Yep.
Like, do I think it would be more efficient to take out the vampire by removing the cloud, or do I think getting dispelling the action that keeps the skeletons up?
From what you know, if you manage to dispel the shade that they've got sort of encapsulating the ship, what would be more likely to happen is it would drive the vampires below decks.
Right. And what would that mean? Because they are the ones controlling the skeletons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they wouldn't be able to see what they're doing.
Yep.
So yeah, no, I'm gonna try to dispel the cloud.
Go for it.
See, is that the spell ward? No, that's the arcane abatement. Okay, that's a stunt. See if the number is high enough. Maybe. I have too many channels.
Yep, that'll work.
And it's 5 stun points.
So, magic stunt wise.
Who disappeared?
Bhajiri.
Monkey Man.
But there's time until his turn, so.
Also, he's already back.
So.
Yeah, I was just like, it's been quiet. And then I'm just like, huh. I reconnected and I'm just like, yep, I completely missed however long I was gone for.
It's not that long.
If you want, you can try to do disrupt magic as well.
What does that do?
In addition
It
to its normal
disrupts
effects,
magic.
your spell was so powerful that it might disrupt another magical effect.
Sure.
So roll your intelligence, and if you've got power arcana, add a +2 to that.
I do have power arcana.
Yep.
So that's my intelligence.
So.
Okay, I think I did it. I think I did the did.
Right. This is
Done
going to be
diddly did it.
interesting. Right.
Magic bitches.
At least you did something.
Also, I need to know like how much mana it cost me to dispel the first effect, because that's the cost I need to pay.
Right, yep. Let me just double check what on the Shadow Arcana that would be.
And if it's too much, I will have to spend the thing to spend less mana instead. But I doubt it will be too much. I do have magic points.
They've been doing 8 MP on that.
Okay, yeah. So that's not a problem.
Yeah. So effectively, what you do is you focus in on the spellcaster that you believe is the one that is keeping the darkness focused above the ship. And you magically pimp slap him in the face.
Yeah. I like the super dramatic. You focus on the magic caster, and you pimp slap him.
Yep. Well,
Yep.
that's effectively what he'll feel. He's
Yep.
um
It's like, nah.
he's been focusing on keeping this spell going for quite some time, and then out of nowhere you've just slammed your magic into him and shattered his concentration.
He's now crying.
The noticeable effect is, firstly, the cloud that's effectively been following this ship vanishes rapidly, letting daylight through.
Shit, there goes my shot on another vampire.
The second thing you notice is that a lot of the zombies on deck seem to lose any focus and stop moving and acting like crew. Very similar to what happened when a vampire was killed.
I would say that's for killing my friend, but my friend killed himself, so I'm not sure how that works.
Wait, which friend killed himself?
The cannoneer.
Blew himself up.
Oh, that one, yes. Also, his life was forfeit
Yeah.
anyway. He sacrificed to get one of my cannons.
So,
They kind of did it by themselves, didn't they?
based on that, the vampire on this ship is the next to go off the top of my head.
Like, very dangerously
I-
low on
Yep.
mana soon, so I'm gonna be effectively useless in like a turn or two.
So the
No. You could technically still fire a cannon.
So the
Yeah.
vampire
And blow it up.
starts hissing.
After I saw what happened to the last guy, nah.
Fair enough.
That might be the smart solution, but hey, since when do we do smart solutions?
Some of us are smart, not Mug.
Hey, I have
For
like
myself.
4 intelligence. I'm the
Yeah.
cleverest. Genius, right here.
So the...
just not in like this world's genius norms.
Everyone will clearly see the deck light up under the light as the clouds vanish, and the vampire starts hissing and screaming and immediately leaps off the deck and rushes below. The zombies are nowhere near coordinated at this stage. The bulk of them are just sort of listlessly wandering around the deck. It is only the closest ones that are moving anywhere near the crew and Bhajiri and Mug, and those ones are going to attack. Let me just quickly open this up and make the rolls. Quickly running down. Walking Dead. So, Bhajiri, I'm presuming a 17 is going to hit you.
There's no number on my thing other than my health bigger than that, so I'm assuming yes.
Fair enough. And a 14, is that going to hit you, Mug?
Yes, 14 would hit Mug.
Rightio. So they're going to do that each.
Is there any pierce armor on the damage?
No, neither of them stunted.
Okay.
I do have a question about damage, and that is how do we take damage?
Well, it's easy. You go towards an enemy, you taunt him,
Oh, hang on.
and then you hold your hands out wide so he can punch you.
Let me just triple check that I
right.
use the rolls stats there.
No, and then when you take damage, they roll for the damage, and you lower your, like you subtract your armor, and the leftover number, that's what you subtract from your health.
Okay, awesome.
What I'm actually going to say is both of those are actually misses because I looked at the
Oh.
wrong stats there.
Oh, okay.
Yay.
Well, fine. That's a shame. I mean, Mug's defense is 12, but did they mess it up
Nope.
that much?
I did a +4, which is for a spectre, not for a zombie.
Okay. So that's quite a lot. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Good
they do
difference.
not. Trust me, they don't have a +4. So,
With the
Good.
nope. They're zombies. Accuracy is not their strong
Yeah.
point. Their strong point is something else.
It's being many without being expensive.
Yeah, and also not getting tired.
Yep.
They would be a good crew.
So.
Can we hire them?
No, they're not
first-
making them our crew.
Why not?
Because they're not cooperative. Do you want to become a vampire?
I love that this argument is happening actually across the decks. Whole horde of zombies in the middle.
These would be great crew. No, they wouldn't.
This wasn't really Mug in character though, so that was
True. But
I mean, I can have an in-character response, but that would be different.
so the zombies have at least the closest ones have staggered over to Bhajiri and Mug and the crew that are around Mug and have started swinging loosely these blades at them, but they're quite easy to fend off. It's almost like the lights are on, but no one's home.
Yeah, okay. Mug is not concerned. Mug is out for vampire blood and wants to hunt them down.
Noted. So I will jump back to the beginning of the turn order. As that's effectively their useless turn because their spellcasters got nuked. Haldir, you are up.
So maneuvering the ship is not really gonna do much.
You could do if you wanted to move it somewhere else, but you can also leave the ship in someone else's hands if you want.
Yeah. And all of the vampires is now below deck, correct?
Yes, there is none that you can see above deck at this stage.
Okay. Haldir's just gonna stay at the helm.
Noted.
He ain't really doing much, but he's staying at the helm.
Yep.
I mean, he will be soon healing people, maybe. We'll see.
Maybe.
If we
So you
need
can
that.
hold an action if you want, and we can pull you back in at some point this round if Haldir decides to leap into action.
Yeah. Sounds great.
Sword BRB from Silas.
Well, it's Mug first anyway, right?
Oh, sorry, it is Mug.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the wrong.
Yeah.
My turn order. It is Mug.
So yeah. Yes. So Mug is hunting the vampire, or however many vampires are left.
Yep. So the only vampire that you saw leapt below decks. There is a number of zombies between you and there, but you can try and sort of push your way through.
Yeah, Mug is going after the vampire. Mug is a man on a mission.
Not a problem. So what I will say.
I mean, zombies are probably weak anyway.
They're not the toughest things you'll probably come across.
Yeah. And like Haldir told him to get the vampires, and Mug has a short attention span, so who cares about zombies?
Can I get you to do a strength might, Mug?
Oh, of course you can. Oh, this is not great. Oh. I mean, technically it could have a stunt, but I'm not sure if it's enough to be successful. Because it's might, but we'll see. Didn't roll very well. Don't get stuck now, Mug. Ah, I think this is a 13.
13, 2, 4, 8, 11, 13, yep. So... It's a bit of a struggle, Mug, because there's so many of them, but you basically hold your hammer up in front and just push your way through these zombies, forcing a path. There's a
Yeah.
lot of resistance because
Out of
there's
my
so
way.
many of them, but you eventually make it to the door that you saw the vampire run below.
Oh.
Punch him in the nose. Hashtag boop the snoot.
Oops.
So,
Oh, hello. Sorry, I couldn't hear you for a moment.
okay, no problem. I'll just repeat that. So, it's a complete struggle, but Mug, you manage to slowly, holding your hammer out in front of you, two-handed, just push and forge a path through the zombies, ducking
Yeah.
underneath their swipes as you eventually just push them back and out of the way and make a path towards the door.
Yeah, Mug's like, out of my way. I want that vampire or whatever it is. I will take it.
So you make it to the door, and the door is still open.
Yeah, so Mug is going in
Noted.
without any hesitation. Mug is out for blood of a vampire.
Glenn,
Yep,
another one of those technical, mechanical questions.
yep,
So these vampires flee from light,
yep,
which they do by fleeing below decks,
yep,
which we've turned into a Swiss cheese.
yep.
So if we fly away and let lots of light flood the below decks,
Depends on the angle of the
It would
sun, and they
depend
can
on-
probably get behind stuff as well.
Yep.
we'll just keep blowing cannon holes into the ship and stuff.
Yes, but then the ship is going to be beyond repair, and you don't get a lot of money for it. But
That's
I mean,
that's a valid
yeah.
point, actually. You know what? We'll just take Mug's logic here because Mug is clearly the smartest one in this scenario.
Oh, you wait. It wasn't Mug's logic. It was my logic.
I know.
In the meantime, as well, can I have a perception check from Haldir, since Haldir is actually one of the few people not directly in combat. And with Mug ducking below decks, we will go to Silas.
Okay. Is there still any leadership-looking people above decks?
Nope, there is a lot of sort of shambling corpses that don't seem to be very...
Ooh, wait, we have
Controlled by
cannons below decks, right?
You do have cannons... Oh, not on the Cirrus, no.
Aww.
Or your cannons are deck cannons.
And Bhajiri also boarded?
Bhajiri has...
Yes.
Is there someone at the helm of the Cirrus?
He has basically shoved one of the crewmen onto there.
Can I ask them to lower the ship a little bit?
You can do.
Don't blow up the ship while Mug is inside.
No, I'm not blowing up the ship. I'm trying to see if I can see the vampire through the cheese holes looking like sides.
Good luck.
So the crew member tries to lower the ship a bit and manages to get it about a meter below the sort of deck of the other one, but the chains and everything that have been shot into the hull are sort of keeping them still together quite a bit. So the crew that are leaping up to help Bhajiri are having to sort of like pull themselves up onto the deck.
Sorry guys, can I see through any cannonball holes where the dude is?
Roll a perception scene.
Ooh. 4 for 1. To which I add my perception, which is 3. I should probably at some point invest in perception C.
By the way, I hope everyone has like remembered for this entire game that you have had like a +1 to damage.
Ugh. No, I have not remembered.
Did that last for... How long did that last for?
The entire scene.
Ah, right. Luckily... So we haven't applied it to cannons, but people will be able to apply
It wouldn't
those
apply
it.
to the cannons. It would apply to all the player characters who were here last time, basically.
Yeah. So in combat, they can apply that. And I'm just going to... I will also say that since Silas and Bhajiri are on the other ship, it still won't apply to them.
Yeah, it's not applied for them, but they
Yep.
weren't here last time either, so...
So, Haldir, yep. It is seeing, so 15 is good. Silas, you look through a hole in the side of the ship, and you see a whole bunch of barrels.
A whole bunch of barrels.
Yep, it appears to be a storage room of some sort. There's no one in there.
Is there-
And looking beyond, the door is shut.
Is there anything that like gives any idea as to what these barrels hold?
Nope, they are unmarked.
And the hole is not big enough for me to like crawl through, right?
You're fairly certain you could probably squeeze yourself through.
In that case, I'm aiming my cannon, but I'm aiming it at the door.
Okay, yep, noted.
I want to fire. Like, wait, I can't aim at the door and then crawl through, right?
You wouldn't be able to aim specifically, no. You'd just be firing.
Yeah, blind firing into that room doesn't seem like a good idea. In that case, I'm just gonna crawl through.
Yep.
Without a cannon shot.
Yep.
And I'm gonna take my blunderbuss to the lock. Wait, can I test the lock first before I shoot? Can I test if the door is locked? Because that would be very dumb.
You find that the door is indeed unlocked.
In that case, I'm just gonna open it and like look if I see anyone important.
Noted. So you stick your head out and look to the left and to the right. You're basically sticking your head out into a corridor that runs the length of the ship. At the very far end, you see a mug.
I'm gonna give Mug a wave.
And
Hello, Mug.
Oh, hello. Sorry.
So I'm now like I crawl through a storage room.
Yep.
And I opened an unlocked door, and now I see you on the other end of that hallway. So I'm waving to you.
Oh, okay, I get it. Sorry, my cat was demanding to be let out to the garden,
Fair enough.
and I had to comply with her. So that's why I was distracted. Mug is like, oh, what are you doing there, Captain? Hi, I'm hunting the damn pyre thing.
Hey, me too.
Yeah, I'm going to get it first. Shows Mug.
You can punch it. I promise not to punch it.
so
No, I'm shooting it.
Okay, but I'm not promising not to shoot it.
No deal.
But Silas is gonna look very confused for a second, and then go, "Ah, it's Mug."
in the meantime, Haldir, you being somewhat free from the combat at the moment, catch out of the corner of your eye that the ship that had been damaged and was sailing away from you has now managed to change its course and is coming back.
That's cheating.
So there are still vampires living on that one, isn't it? Oops.
Which brings turn order wise us down to Wisp.
I think I was the most recent one to actually do something in turn order, right?
Yep.
How much of a gap is there between like my ship and the ship they're on?
At this stage, probably about 35-45 centimeters. It's not a huge gap, but you
Is
wouldn't want
it-
to trip and fall between it.
Right. Is there like a space that like's gone through like the side of the other ship? Enough for like a person to get through?
So where would the cannons have caused damage?
Yeah,
Easy.
sure. Right. I want to take out my bell and try and lure the zombies over the side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the less zombies on the ship, you know, the easier it is to like take control of eventually.
Also, they're not
That
going to
is
be
totally
able to
doable.
like revive zombies that are not on the ship anymore.
Can
I like that thinking.
So there is places where your ship is further away from theirs. So I'll say you can move to one of those and do a communication.
Bluff your way through the zombies.
16.
Radio. So let me quickly pull up that. Well, that's hilarious. So,
Uh-oh. When the DM calls
Yeah.
something hilarious, it's probably dangerous.
How many cannons?
12, aimed at a single doorway.
so a large group of zombies turn at the noise of you like playing this bell and screaming at them.
Oh, I'm screaming at them as well, am I?
If you want. Well, basically any ruckus that you make to try and get their attention.
Yoo-hoo!
Zombies!
And they start shambling towards you. Just not even with
Well
their
done.
weapons held out to fight, they're just shambling in your direction.
Oh boy.
And as they get to the edge of the ship, they just take that step and let me off.
And they're just falling down like potatoes.
Yep.
Nice.
See, now that's how you deal with enemies.
Just
We
make
could
him
all take
walk off the side of the ship.
Can we take a masterclass of this from Wisp?
Oh.
I would like to point out that this would not work if they had like any brain left or anyone controlling them. I am helpful, damn it.
Yeah.
You're very
It
helpful.
was the vampires. Yeah.
Let me just subtract that from their crew.
I take it this doesn't work on the vampires themselves.
We could try.
Come
I mean,
here,
Mug can
vampires is
try.
completely safe.
So,
But the problem, I fear, if Mug tries this, then he's more likely to fall off than the vampires.
Yes.
Also,
so,
probably not
Which
wrong.
would be hilarious.
Well,
so at
also
this stage, a
concerning.
lot of the crew have made their way onto the ship and are now fighting hand to hand with the zombies. And they're not seeming to struggle too much at the moment. That brings us up to number 6 in the order, which is Bhajiri. Oh, hang on, sorry. 6th in the order is Verity, then Bhajiri is now 7. No.
So there's no more ongoing magical effects, right?
At this stage, no.
No. I don't actually have any attack spells.
You do have an arcane blast.
I do have an arcane blast.
If you wanted to use something.
Or you could do Mug's version of Magic Missile.
Yeah. I'm just gonna arcane blast one of them. Or wait, I saw what Whisp was doing, right?
Yep.
And there's still zombies on deck.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm gonna, I guess, walk over to Whisp and help.
Okay. As you join in and make more ruckus, more of the zombies sort of look in your general direction and start stumbling across.
Zombie, zombie, zombie. Here, zombie, zombie.
You're making it rain, guys. It's raining zombies.
Animal
Hallelujah.
handling's coming in really well.
Yeah. So useful. I can roll an animal handling if you like.
It's not a matter that she would
Let me
like it,
roll
it's
an
a matter
animal
that you
handling,
would
damn
like
it. I have it. Let me use the skill.
Well, question that I'm not sure if I missed, just actually that happening? Can you use it technically on Bhajiri?
I tried, it didn't work.
Been there, done that.
Okay.
So, another group sort of stumble along, and even more zombies tumble off the side of the ship. They don't make any noise as they drop off.
It's eerily
Oh.
silent.
So with Verity having
Come
already
on,
done
you're
that-
ruining our thunder in the charge.
Bhajiri, you're up.
Mug is getting angry at the fact that they don't yell when he punches them.
Hmm.
So, oh goodness, what do I do? I think. Fuck, I don't know what to do.
Do the thing, monkey.
Dance, monkey,
Fuck. Okay, so how many zombies could I easily push overboard, hypothetically?
Remind me what your weapon is.
I have like a 200 spear on my back and also a 200 maul on my back. So
Okay
So,
then.
Bhajiri,
yes,
blunderbuss plus
I have to reload that.
all of your stun points into skirmish, which pushes the target of your attack back, which would mean
Well,
the target of a blunderbuss attack is like a lot.
with my spear, I can treat enemies up to 4 yards away as if they were adjacent, and if I hit an enemy with a melee attack, I can move them up to 2 yards.
Yes. And
Smack him with a stick.
there are a lot of zombies sort of clustered together near you.
Okay. So, in that case, I would like to, using my spear, attempt to hit the cluster of zombies and try and yeet them overboard.
Okay.
Swimming class is now in session.
Hell yeah, except you have to swim through the air, and that's not really very useful if you don't have wings.
To be fair, it would be fun to watch.
It would. I also have stunt points, I think. I need to get the stunt shot up.
Wait, you don't have that like at that end?
No, I don't. Do I? No, I don't. I didn't open it. Shit.
The stunt shot is pinned, by the way.
Yes. Thank you for the easy access. Fuck, I wish I could maths quicker. 12, 15? 15. That's 15.
That will hit.
Okie dokie. And that's 4 stunt points as well. So, where? I will. Oh, bollocks.
Nem menj rá még.
Give me a second.
No problem.
It's being slow.
It's all good.
Punch them.
You can use
Yeah, so
one-
I may as well just use like all 4 of those stunt points on skirmish, right? To
Yep.
just like eat people.
You can do that.
I would like to just eat as many people as possible.
Right, let me just.
Swinging my like 200 spear like a fucking baseball bat.
So with 4 stunt points. Right. So you basically thrust your spear forward and actually catch one of the zombies in the chest, and then kind of you like leveraging off that, you swing it hard, catching another 2 zombies and fling it as hard as you can.
Hell yeah.
Can I get you to roll damage? And I'm going to roll.
And with regards to rolling damage, what would I be adding to my things?
So your spear off the top of my head.
It's 2d6 damage.
Yep. So you add your strength to the damage.
Okie dokie. And I have a focus in spears. Is that just rolling to hit, or would I get the +2 on the damage as well?
Off the
hitting,
top
if I
of my head,
remember.
it is just to hit off the top of my head.
I've been adding it for my to hit with black powder focus.
Yeah, it's to hit, not to damage.
Okie dokie. So that's 16 points of...
Noted. So swinging with all your strength, you drag and flick as hard as you can. 2 of the zombies go tumbling over the side and into the gap. And the one that you've just run through actually goes a bit further and lands directly on the center of the deck of the Cirrus.
Nice.
Drawn and quartered.
So that is Bhajiri, and next up, excellent. So Mug and Silas, you shouted at each other in the corridors below deck.
Yeah, they're very sneaky.
And you
We
see
sneakily shouted.
3 figures come out of a room below deck, armed, and look both ways. 2 of them run towards Mug, weapons drawn, and one of them is running at you.
You being me.
Yep.
Okay.
Silas.
Nice, there's enough for all of us to shoot.
You
You better not steal all of them!
you
Shouts
get
Mug.
the 2 of them, right?
Yeah, at minimum, you only get 1.
That's how 3 works.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Mug never counted that high.
Right, so does a
Mug is just agreeing.
12 hit you, Silas?
12 does not.
Right. Does an 11 or a 12 hit you, Mug?
Only a 12.
Only the 12 does?
11 wouldn't. Yeah.
Noted.
How does it work in the case of a tie? Because I had a 13 as the armor, so I'm safe.
Ah.
But like, how does it
Yeah,
work?
I have a 12. Yeah.
How does it work in case of a tie?
So the way I tend to roll it is if you guys tie them, you hit. If they tie you, they do not.
Oh, then they
Nice.
tied because Mug has a 12. Sorry.
That's right. So, you just managed to parry all their attacks.
Oh. Poor vampires. Such babies. Sorry.
These were not the vampires, right?
Oh, are they not?
Or are
The-
these 3 vampires?
These 3 are vampires.
Oh,
Mm.
see now the fun starts. Oh, I still have those.
Right, yo.
They will probably be quite squishy to Mug's magic bullets. So.
And Haldir, the second ship, is still some distance away, but it is closing in.
Is it looking like they're going for boarding tactics or trying to give us a broadside?
They're coming directly at you. It looks like they're trying to board.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Right.
Wait, is that a 3rd ship? Oh, the 2nd ship,
It's the
right?
second ship returning.
Yeah, that's second ship, yeah. Which we thought we finished, but apparently they had more vampires.
Ah, they're
Than we
destroying my ship.
See, the problem is that Mug can't
Destroying it,
count,
yeah.
so
So,
it was an easy mistake to make with like counting problems.
I'll have to go BRB again, sorry.
oh good.
No problem.
With the ship getting closer, Haldir yells down, "Verity, I need you up here."
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Bad idea. Bad idea. Error.
So, I will quickly. Bhajiri, you're currently still on deck, and Mug and Silas are below. So you are the only one going to get attacked by zombies at this stage.
Hell yeah.
Someone has to take on the zombies.
I'm willing to be the inspiring Commodore in front of everyone being seen to take on the zombies. I feel like there's something noble about that.
Definitely. You're doing a great job.
So does an 11 or a 13 hit you, Bhajiri?
My defense is 11.
Right, so only one of those zombies actually managed to lay a finger on you. And he's not going to do bugger all at this stage, by the looks of it. I speak too soon. What's his strength? That would be 11 damage.
Ooh, okay. That's not too bad.
Yeah, subtract your armor off that.
Okay.
So...
I really struggled with doing the subtraction.
No, it's right.
Oh god.
What is your armor?
My armor is
That.
6.
Oh wow!
So...
You have expensive freaking armor.
Oh, you can
Well,
get better than that.
I just have heavy leather, but because of my species, I get a +2 to my armor.
Wow.
Tanky monkey.
Okay.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Talk about
So,
that.
3 of the zombies near you sort of slashed badly at you with swords, 2 of them missing completely, but the third one actually managed to get a hit. And with that, it is actually back to Haldir's turn.
How far away is the other ship currently?
You believe that by the time, rather than giving a time, by the time your turn comes around again, they will be at least within range to shoot at. If you don't move.
Yeah, see, the whole shooting a cannon seems like a horrible idea, but I do have a lightning bolt with a 30 yards range.
You're fairly certain if you moved the ship from where it currently is, you would be able to cast that.
But I don't want to move the ship. Like, there's a giant cloud on top of that ship coming towards us, right?
There is indeed a cloud still there.
Can I, in some shape or fashion, use that cloud to make a lightning bolt strike the ship?
So what I will say is roll to cast your spell, but add a 2 to the difficulty because you're trying to summon it away from yourself.
Yeah? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, this is gonna be difficult.
Wait, there was a second cloud?
On the other ship, there was still a cloud.
Oh, okay, I could have dispelled that one then. Oh well.
Which is why I'm asking you to come up here.
Oh.
I do not succeed in my target number.
Radio.
Oh no.
So you summon up the energies to try and cast the spell, which you've done before, but because you're trying to cast it so far away, you just feel the energies sort of fizzle and the spell fails.
That's fair.
Have you tried hitting it?
So,
You tried turning it off and on again.
Mug, you're up with 2 vampires in front
Oh
of you.
yeah. Okay. So Mug is going for it. So he should have at least one
Boom!
mended gun.
Yep.
Because yeah, let's see. Sorry, I was downstairs watching the cat, but I think she'll be okay while I roll. Okay. Please roll well.
Crying in the background.
Sorry?
Sorry if there's crying in the background. Baby does
what
not
is
like the
crying?
idea that he's not allowed to like just infinitely cuddle and has to go to bed at some point.
Oh no!
Relate.
Ah!
Yep.
Damn it! I don't have stunned points. This is the worst. I mean, I think it's going to hit for sure, but the problem is I won't have any stun points, so I can't rapid reload. Damn it.
At some point, we'll have to invest in a second gun for you.
Yeah. Well, wait. Didn't I learn some sort of skill that helps me rapid reload?
Did you take the? You took a level in that pistoleer thing, right?
Yeah, I think I did. What does that do?
I'm
Oh, yeah,
checking
reload
if
2
that's
does the minor action. Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, the first one is reloading
Okay.
the pistol. The second one is disarming.
Yeah. Well, I picked the reload.
Yeah,
Novice, yeah. Okay.
I honestly think like that would be probably all you need in this.
Yeah.
Because the
Okay,
rest
good.
is very much specifically for main focus black powder.
Yeah.
You'd have more use for like useful stuff for punching things.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that's 16. Does that hit?
That will hit.
Okay. So I'm going to roll for the pistol damage, which is 8 points of magic damage. And as a minor action, I will reload. Yeah. Mug is shouting, take that, you vampiric thing.
So, let me just put the vampires now on the charts.
I'm going to hunt you down, shouts Mug. So how does the vampire react to magic bullets? Does it like it?
This one really did not like getting shot.
You know, it's funny that I have yet to meet anyone who's fond of it.
Well, we might at some point find like a masochistic vampire which likes that kind of stuff.
Oh boy.
Hi,
Right,
Rosie.
So that one just took that in damage. And with Mug's turnover, what I will say is we will get Bingo involved in the action now that we have a Bingo. From memory, you were there last session as well, weren't you? Yeah, so you were aware of the zombies and the vampires. So
Zombie vampire ship. Kill the leader, they all go kaput.
Yep. So currently, both the Cirrus and the Pitaya are boarding one of the ships, and Mug and you haven't been able to see it from the ship you're on, but Silas has also gone down below decks. Bhajiri is currently on decks fighting zombies. Since Bingo is small and nimble, did Bingo want to have snuck below decks through one of the cannon holes?
Yes.
Radio, can I get you to roll a stealth?
Yes.
So, from memory, dexterity.
I like the enthusiasm behind that. Yes.
Okay. 12.
12? Noted. So, I'll roll. Easy done. So, you've slipped through a cannon hole in the side of the other ship into a room filled with maps and papers. There is a reasonable amount of light in here now that there is a nice shiny hole in the side of the ship. There doesn't seem to be anyone nearby that you can hear in the room, but you do hear the sounds of fighting outside.
Can I pull out my large bag that I used for my socks?
Yep.
And start to stuff it with as much vaguely interesting looking paper, maps, things as I can find.
Yep. So you just start grabbing everything paperwork based and shoving it into the bag.
Kleptomaniac sets in. Just, yep. Well, this is mine now.
After that, you just drop a Molotov in the room.
He's working on the assumption that at some point we're going to blow up this ship, so he may as well take something that other people might find useful, and they might give him treasure and coffee for his efforts.
So,
how did he ever come to that conclusion? I mean, us giving
blind hope.
Can I also get you to, based on the fact that you're grabbing all their paperwork and shoving it in a sack, can you do a perception seeing?
Yes. Okay.
That sounded less than
14.
Yep. So, a couple of things you'll notice. One is that not only is there the paperwork in the room, that there is also a small chest sitting in the very center of the table. You had to kind of like pull yourself up a bit to get a good view of it. It seems to be very sturdily locked.
Oh, I don't like that. That lock is coming off.
I mean, it's nothing
It's like
a grenade won't fix.
It's too big to carry, right? Like I'd have to open it.
It's not a massive chest. It is.
I mean, I'm not a massive person.
It's about half the size of you.
Can I try and pick it up?
Yep, it's a bit of effort, but you can just lift
it.
To be fair, you also carried a bag of socks. That was twice your size.
Yep.
You wouldn't. It wouldn't be as much of a struggle as the socks, but you wouldn't be trying to sort of squeeze it through and climb up on the side of the ship. via
That's true.
tunnel.
Okay, how loud is the fighting going on all around me?
I'd say also with that perception that you recognize that at least some of the shouting that comes from one side of the corridor is Mug.
Okay, if Mug's there, I'm pretty safe. So
Okay.
he'll wire like one of his smaller
Oh boy.
explosives
Yeah.
to the lock.
Okay. So can I get you to roll based on that a intelligence engineering?
Okay.
And while that's going on, so we had Haldir's turn. Mug.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yep. You are.
Wait, but Mug had a turn and then I haven't had a turn.
Oh,
so-
sorry. Yep.
But it's Mug's turns first, and then Silas. No.
Yeah, but
Wasn't
you
that
had
the
a
order?
turn.
No,
You
it,
had a
it
turn.
was Mug, and then we had
Yep. I lost the turn order when I was slipping in.
so
Oh.
I may have been skipped after your last turn.
no.
Oh,
It
okay.
should be Silas now.
Yep.
Ah.
Sorry. So Silas, you're up.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. There is.
So we
some
didn't
damage.
have a turn then. What? Okay.
Mug, you shot one of the vampires, and then
Yes.
Silas is actually up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. But we just had.
We had Bingo slipping in.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got
Bingo's-
confused.
No, that's right.
I thought we had a turn.
Bingo is currently not in the combat turn order, so we'll be doing stuff effectively around the times you guys are fighting.
Fair enough.
My friendly zombie is up, right?
Silas, you are up with the vampire.
Okay. Seeing as I don't.
What I'm going to say is that during this fight, you are going to hear an explosion from a room opposite where these vampires came out of.
Huh.
Two
Okay.
and two together.
So I hear an explosion. I go,
Yep.
huh. Okay. And then I shoot my arquebus into this vampire.
Yep.
I mean, there must be more vampires, right? Just making trouble in there.
To be fair,
Better
there's only
take care
one
of them.
creature there's only one creature that Silas thinks of when there's an explosion. Bingo would like that.
That's sweet.
And then he goes and just aims for this vampire's face.
Yep. So roll your attack.
Of course, now that there's no crowd, I roll a 666.
Right. Roll your damage.
So that's my 2 hit.
It's definitely a hit.
Oh,
That means-
holy shit.
That means 6 stun points. Which I'm gonna. What weapons is this vampire carrying?
It is carrying a sword and it's got pistols across the front of it. In a
Ooh,
brace.
more pistols for me. I'm gonna disarm him.
Yep.
For 2, and I'm gonna lightning attack him, and I'm gonna rapid reload.
Yep.
And then my damage is 2d60 boys plus 3. Am I quicker than it?
You are indeed.
That's in another d6. Cheers. For my. Oops. Okay. So my damage is 5 plus 5 plus 4 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 10, 15, 21. 21 damage
Noted.
to his facial area. And then I get a lightning attack. So that's 5 plus 4 plus 1 to hit is plus 5. 2. 19 to hit on the second attack.
It's a hit.
I can't pinpoint attack that one. And that's 6 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3 is 16 damage on the second one.
Noted. So, let me pull out the right spreadsheet. There we go. You close range shoot this vampire and you hit him in basically the upper torso, and there is little chunks of him sent flying. He loses his grip on his blade, and there is a good fountain of blood that sprays from him. And he screams and hisses in your face.
Nah, 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 nah. And then I go, ew.
Ew blood.
Yucky blood.
It was worth it, but you can only take out one vampire at a time.
Could you please not bleed on me?
Too late now.
So,
I should have asked how close they were together. I might have been better off switching to my blunderbuss.
the other two vampires have run away from you, and you would guess that they're just out of range.
Oh, okay, good. In that case, yeah, no.
So with Silas,
You should not steal Mug's kills.
Hey, last time I did that, you murdered me.
Wisp, you're up.
Yeah.
Are the circumstances still the same as before?
Sorry?
Are the circumstances still the same as before? Like, the other ship isn't close enough, like, Haldir hasn't, like, gave out an order to, like, start attacking that or whatever.
Yeah. So there's been no order to do anything about the other ship at this stage.
I'll just keep doing what I'm doing then.
Yep, no problem. I'll get another communication as you try and get the attention of those that are further away.
$16.
Double check my chat. Yes, so another 5 zombies start wandering in your direction.
Good.
It's going to take them longer to get to the edge of the ship, but you've got their attention, and they seem to be following the same path that the others are. So,
Nice.
the crew, as they haven't got any orders, are going to fight the zombies on decks. I'll keep note of that. They take down a number of zombies that are just haplessly trying to fight them. And that then brings us to 6 on the turn order, which is Verity. I will say Wisp and Verity, at this stage, you hear the explosion from below decks.
Oh?
So you hear not a massive boom, not something that would have come from a cannon, but something has exploded below decks on the other ship.
Is it distinguishable as Bingo's?
Bingo's mom significantly go, I'm Bingo.
What I will say is that I'll get you to roll a perception hearing to try and identify exactly what kind of explosion it is. Whoa.
Sorry, my dice rolled away.
For both Mug and for Silas, down below decks, it is clearly not a cannon that exploded.
Yeah, I have a feeling that my close-up experience with cannons means that I know that difference.
Yep, Whisp, it sounds like a grenade.
Grenade!
Ned.
Flashback!
Oh boy.
So, next up after Wisp and the NPC crew is Verity.
Right. I was told to get my ass up to
Where Haldir was.
Haldir. So I guess she's gonna look confused around and be like, okay, and run up to Haldir.
Verity, it's good you're here. You see that ship? Can you figure out how many vampires are on it?
16.
How far away is it? Is that a perception roll, or do I roll some kind of like social deduction to figure out he wants me to dispel the cloud, or?
What I will
Well,
say is
actually, Haldir knows that you can see magic, so he just wants you to see the spells.
Oh yeah,
going
that's
on.
true. I actually activated that,
Yep.
so I still have that.
So you can see at least 2 spellcasters currently on that ship that have active magic.
There's 2 of them, or 2 spellcasters anyway. I can try to dispel one of the effects if you want. If it's close enough, that is, by the way.
What's the range that you need to get that
Not
into?
very long.
Yeah, it's still a bit too far out for that. It's not quite even in cannon range yet.
Oh yeah, no, then definitely not. I need to be much closer than that.
Yeah.
You need to be able to like see the spellcasters or something.
Let me see. I need to be I need to be pretty fucking close. I think it's like 20 yards, so it's not far at all. Like it is.
Yeah, 20
Yeah,
meters.
that basically comes down to you need to be able to like hug them almost.
Yeah, no, I mean not hug them, but it's like I would have to like. Normally, I would like be within like they can run up to me and hit me afterwards. Range. So yeah. Then I don't know what else to do with my turn. I guess can I still cast like an arcane blast on someone?
Yep, you can throw an arcane blast in the direction of a zombie.
Yeah, I'll just do that. Wait.
Yep.
And fuck you in particular.
Sorry, my headset cut out. Did we figure out anything about the ship?
It's slightly out of range for what Verity can do.
Ah.
Yeah, it's.
But she can at least see that there are 2 spellcasters currently on there.
I mean, this is kind of awkward, but I guess. I think I still hit maybe, but it's like.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit.
And it's 6 stun points.
Yeah.
Ooh.
To be double ones, because.
Yep, go for it.
Wait, where? How do I pin messages? Is that still magic, or how does that work?
Combat stuns are also for the arcane blast.
Yeah, for your arcane blast, it would be a combat stunt.
There are too many pinned messages, damn it.
So it should be one of the more recent ones, or is it one of the old ones?
We might want to delete some of the like less.
1, 2,
important
3,
ones.
4, 5, 6, 7 down.
7 down, didn't I?
It's a PDF.
Oh fuck. I mean, God deserving wrath. 4, 5, 6, 7 stun tables. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, that's right.
Right, where did it go? There did it go. I can talk. Is that still? No, it was
You had
combat stunts.
combat stunts, and you had 6 of them.
I've also shot the a picture of it.
Oh yeah.
Ah, excellent. Thank you for that.
Can I do 2 of the same one?
I think the only combat stunt you can spam is the skirmish one.
And lightning attack if you have enough weapons,
Yep.
because that one specifies that you can use it more if you have, as long as you have the weapons or reloads for it.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a defensive stance.
Yep.
And I'm gonna do a setup.
Yep.
So when I do this, I kind of do like a step where I kind of like swap positions with Haldir.
Yep.
In this really like, I guess, elegant fucking way. I don't know. I don't know how this works, but she's like, yeah. So basically what she's doing is she's using him as a shield while at the same time like positioning him so he'll be better at whatever he wants to do next.
Yep.
So you get a +2 on your next ability test of choice.
Yep. That
Right.
can be done.
No, it's not even next. It's just like on your next turn. Ability test choice of your choice, and you have to say that you use it before you do.
Yep. Roll a damage for the zombie that you've flung your spell at in the meantime.
Alright.
And
That is 9 damage.
noted. So you effectively blow a chunk out of a zombie in the process. It kind of staggers a bit, but then continues sort of slowly making its way across deck. That brings us to number 7 in the turn order, which is Bhajiri.
I was struggling to find the unmute button there. Goodness. So I wanna murder more zombies, please.
Yep, go for it.
Hashtag murder.
What a beautiful request.
You notice that there's a group that have been sort of led away, that they're heading off towards where you can clearly see Whisp making an absolute ruckus on the side of the ship. And as they get close, they just sort of dropping forward out of view.
Bhajiri is just like, nice. So I will spear attack. Yo, that's a good roll. That's a really fucking good roll, and 5 stunt points as well.
Excellent.
God, what am I adding to this? It's a roll of 20 with 5 stunt points.
It's definitely a hit. I'm going to say that at this stage, the crew have sort of been herding the zombies together. So they are just clustered all together at this stage.
Nice. Fuck, what's the best thing that I can do? If I were to do dual strike and skirmish, would that be a thing I could do?
Yeah, you could dual strike and skirmish, or you could also knock prone.
Oh. Fuck. Now I think I'll dual strike and skirmish because I think that is a productive thing to do.
You can effectively push them about with that 4 meters in any direction, which is
4 meters close to
it would be close. It would have them up against the edge of the ship. Wouldn't get them over,
nice.
but you'd move a group.
Okay, and wait a second. Wait. apply test results of secondary attack, so I'll make one attack. So would I roll 2 sets of damage for dual strike, or would I be rolling 1 set of damage and applying it to both?
So dual strike, apply the test roll, which is the reshot attack roll to the secondary target. So you only make the 1 attack roll, but you apply damage to both.
Okay, awesome. So,
Well, it makes the dual strike even more powerful than I thought. Nice.
Yeah. So you roll the same attack and the same damage, and it just affects both if the attack roll would hit both.
Okay, so I rolled, I think, 18 for damage.
18 for damage? Not a problem. So...
Well, depending on who you ask. I think the zombies might have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Based on the damage you'd done earlier, and what the crew have been doing, you're actually going to kill, effectively, both those zombies that you hit. And in doing so, are able to shove another group of 3 of them up against the railing of the ship.
Hell to the yeah.
And with that being Bhajiri's turn, we are back to here. So I will say, Bingo, you've ducked below the table when the explosion's gone off. And peeking back up, you can see that you have successfully blown the latch off this small chest.
Whoa. Can I go open it?
Yeah, yes, you can. There are gold coins sitting in this chest.
Money!
Eat them.
Is it just gold coins? Can he like shove his arm in and check if there's like a false bottom or if it's like just gold coins?
It is just gold coins.
Aww.
Okay, would it
Based
be
on the
more sensible to fill a sack with them or to carry them in their current box?
Neither. We don't do sensible here.
No, that's very true.
You're fairly certain that it's based on the size of this box, that it's around the amount that you've seen Mug having at one point.
Oh shit!
When he came back with his...
That's 300.
Yep.
Okay.
You guess it'd
Man,
be a
I really
similar
need to
amount.
get a bag of holding. Like, Pingo needs one of those, like, right now. Okay. He will begin to stuff his pockets and his socks and his hood.
Yep.
And the inside of the nose bit of his mask. And his bag, and then he'll see what's left after he finishes stuffing that.
Between all of that, and before it gets super uncomfortable, you've got probably somewhere in the realm of about 30 coins scattered around yourself.
Okay.
And you've barely made a dent.
I guess so. Okay, he will open the door and poke his head out and watch what Mug is doing and see and wait for Mug to finish, and then Mug can help carry the rest of it, right?
Silas is also in that same corridor.
Well then he'll find 2 people to help.
Yep. So
and he's more than willing to help carry that kind of stuff.
You'll stick your head out and you see that there are 3 very tall humanoids facing away from you, but dressed in basically black leathers, that are fighting both Mug and Silas.
And they're still sort of like engaged in.
Yeah, they're still engaged in combat.
Okay, well, he'll stand and watch for a bit. Then he won't engage just yet.
Not a problem. With that, it is now their turn. So the vampires are going to go first, and that means this one is going to get really pissy at the fact that he got shot at close range. He's going to use magic. Yeah, he's going to do this. So his target number is...
Huh?
Bear with me, just rolling that. So, Silas, the one that you shot the sword out of the hand of, dips one of his fingers into his own blood, and licks it, and then casts a spell directly.
What is wrong with you?
As you say that, you see that he's basically using the blood on his finger and his own saliva to effectively draw shapes in the air in front of him, and then the entire corridor plunges into darkness.
Hey, that was my backup plan.
And just as a note, dark sight does not work.
Aww. There goes my other backup plan.
And Mug, these two in front of you are still going to try and fight. So let me roll. I'm presuming 11s don't hit you.
No, 11 is not going to.
Duh, it's a mug. Mugs don't do getting hit.
Fair enough.
Oh, Mug is easy to hit, but it's 12.
Shh, mugs don't do getting hit. That sounds more impressive, more piloty.
And up on deck, because the vampires have failed miserably because their friend decided he wanted to get out of there. The zombies are going to attack.
Zombie, yeah, yeah.
Alright.
That song has also been in my head for the entirety of the past few hours.
Wait, I'm gonna have to make that other pun then as well. It's been in your head.
Oh my god.
Another small group has already made its way to the edge of the ship and dove off after Whisp and failed. However, the group that is sort of blocking the way to down below has sort of surged forward against the crew and against you, Bhajiri. And I'm going to pull up their stats again because they stunted. Walking Dead.
I'm sure it'll be fine, he says nervously.
You'll find out
Be
eventually.
fine. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh god.
The very worst that could happen? We're practically gods.
Well, where did that lightning come from?
So one of the zombies lurches forward and grabs onto one of the crew next to you, Bhajiri, and basically both bites and slashes at him in a frenzy, and a whole group of zombies sort of swarm after and begin attacking in a mindless swarm.
Oh boy.
Oh goodness.
So, based on that, and taking into account I'm spreading this around, does a 15 or a 12 hit you?
Both of them hit me, yeah.
All right. And the rest are getting divvied up amongst crew. So, based on their damage, they're using swords. That is a 10 and a 6.
Okay, so I already take 4 damage from that.
That's fair. And your crewmates, who are a lot less lightly armored than you, are bleeding pretty badly.
Oh no.
That's the bigger problem here.
Wait, we're not
If
supposed
only
to
we had
care
a
about
healer.
our crew?
We have a healer. He's up here with me.
So as long as you
Logistical
don't die, we
problems.
don't have to care about the crew, right?
So,
Bhajiri cares about the crew.
and
One.
as we get to the end of the turn order again, the final ship, the very damaged one, is pulling well into range now and seems to be angling enough so it doesn't look like it's going to ram, but they appear to be getting ropes and other materials ready to try and latch onto the frigate from the other side.
So, can I see a vampire on that ship?
You see a single vampire above deck, although this time you see that he has a large number of zombies just standing around him. He is forming a zombie meat wall around the helm.
They're learning!
What a coward!
Well, he is still visible to me, and my lightning bolt specifically hits a visible target.
He is
So-
just visible, yes. So
What a stupid coward!
Haldir uses the lingering energy of Verity's arcane blast to empower himself, and then just fires off a lightning bolt towards him. Ooh, this is good. So I rolled a 22 on my that's 6 stun dice.
radio. And that one's Silas.
Wait, what was me?
Oh, I'm just recording who's fighting which vampire.
Okay.
Just so that I know.
So, how far is there to the edge of the ship from where he's standing? You know, approximately.
Approximately, take into account that you've got to force him through zombies, probably somewhere in the realm of about 8 meters directly to the edge.
So more than I can I can do. Got it. So I'm just gonna make this a lethal blow.
Yep.
Some more damage.
Not using the spell stunts.
Oh right, the spell stunts.
Sorry, it just dawned on me there.
Right, yeah.
I mean, you can do lethal spell, but
yeah, it's practically the same thing.
Yep.
Oh, There's a whole disrupt magic spell stunt.
Oh, wow.
That's the one that I did.
Yeah.
Yep, so you could try and disrupt his magic at the same time. So that would be...
let's do that.
Yep, intelligence, and if you've got the power arcana, add +2 to that.
And then I can increase the spell power of your spell by 1. Don't think that matters, but it might. So, and intelligence, right?
Yep, intelligence, and if you have power arcana, which I don't think you have off the top of my head.
I do not.
Yep, so you don't
No,
get
I
the +2
think
to that.
Verity's the only one with power arcana.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you that little extra boost when you're disrupting people. Which... was that 15, what you got?
Yep.
That's enough.
Nice.
So the zombies that are surrounding him start to lose their formation.
Nice! I didn't know you could do that, Haldir. Haldir's like, I didn't know I could do that either.
I only found out just now.
Let's see how much damage it takes as well.
Yep, roll the damage up for that.
So that's...
And while Haldir is doing that, we go to Mug below decks with 2 pissed off vampires, but it has gotten
You have an
very,
audience, so you know, do well.
well, had an audience. It's gotten very dark down there, and you can't see anymore.
Oh, yes, so dark vision doesn't work
Currently,
either.
no. You can only hear that the vampires are in front of you, and you heard that they attempted to attack you.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
swing wildly with your hammer.
Yeah, but I currently have my pistol, so it's
Oh.
probably not going to.
That's going to be
work
dangerous
with
for
my
me.
pistol.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, Mug could just like shoot wildly with his pistol, and then see what happens. I mean, there is a 1 in 4 chance that if he hits someone, it's a vampire, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, those odds are decent. Just take the risk.
Yeah. Okay.
Silas will never forgive you if you hit him, though.
Yeah. Well, Mug can live with that, right? Yeah. I don't think Mug has anything to use against this sort of thing. Yeah. So the dark side doesn't work.
No, dark sight currently doesn't work, so if you're trying to attack, do a -2 on it. Because you're effectively
Okay, so
trying
it's a
to hear.
-2. Okay, so Mug is like, see if I care about being blind, and then tries to shoot the vampires based on sound. I mean, there's 2 of them right next to him, so it's at point blank range. So I hate this. I never get stunned points. It's okay.
To be honest, hitting them at this stage would be very impressive on its own.
Wait, does their AC go up as well?
No, because they don't know when to dodge.
Yeah.
Just
Fair.
like
So it's just
it works both ways. Is the best way to put it.
I'm just counting.
Yeah.
So I still add my accuracy to it because I can hear them, right?
Yeah, you can add your accuracy and everything, but you just do a -2 for the fact you can't see specifically.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a 13.
That will hit.
Yeah. He's like, see if I care if I'm blind. I'm still taking you with me. And yeah.
Yep. So
Just,
roll damage, and I'm gonna add the damage for Haldir's lightning.
So that's going to be 3 plus So it's 7 points of magical damage.
7 points of magical damage on this fella
Yeah.
here. So you hear the
And
creature hiss in the darkness as it gets hit.
and then as a monk can probably reload as a minor action.
Yep.
Again, I will take you down with the darkness. Whatever. I don't care. I can still get you. I smell you. Says Mug. Oh, a question. Does Mug see his own bullet once he shoots it? Because it has a magical glow.
For like the briefest second, you get like a tiny glimpse of the light before it vanishes.
Okay. So it's a magical darkness then, I
Yeah.
guess.
That's why dark side also doesn't work,
Yeah.
I assume.
Yep.
Mug is slowly trying to work this out in his head. What this means.
Noted. I'll say we will jump to Bingo, because Bingo, you were lurking and watching, and suddenly everything has now plunged directly into a darkness that you can't see through.
Blind.
Can you hear anything?
Yep, you heard Mug yelling at the vampires,
And shooting a
and
bullet
shooting a
at them.
bullet.
So Mug was yelling about not caring about the dark and still shooting the vampires.
If he shuts the door, does the darkness go inside the room as well?
No, it's just along the corridor itself.
Okay. Is there another exit to the room, or is that it?
Nope, that's the only direct exit. It's the central corridor that runs from the front to the back.
There's the one that you entered through.
Yeah, the side of the ship.
Yep. There is a hole in the side of the ship.
There's a hole in the side of the ship. Okay. What have I got? Let me look on my. Where's my sheet gone? Okay. I've got grenades, more grenades. Oh, a knife. Grenade. I've got dark sight. Does that mean I can see through it, or is it magical?
It's magical,
No,
and it
it's
specifically
magical.
counts as even dark sight, which is why the vampires are also being rubbish right now.
Okay.
They have something that counters them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Seems
but
like it's
they
more-
said, yeah. They
Can
said
I-
it could stop Mug, but it didn't.
Can he eat one of his coffee beans just to?
Yep.
Because it can't get any. I'm not going to say that. Because it
2d6.
may make it better.
Because we're pretty much gods anyway.
Yeah.
Into a god guy.
I've got pockets and socks and pants full of gold. I can do anything.
See, that's the kind of body confidence we need.
And Silas, no, your vampire did not die.
Okay, so I know there's an alive vampire without a sword.
Yep. Because that was the one that you cast the spell.
Oh, so if I manage to kill him, as far as Silas understands, the magic will go away.
As far as he understands, yes.
Silas does not actually understand magic, so it might very well be that it just lasts a certain duration now.
So I'll see what the magic coffee bean does, and then I will jump to...
Is this a useful beam?
Then it's my turn,
We will
right?
see.
Yes, it is your turn at this stage.
I'm gonna do the very unpredictable thing.
Uh-oh.
Shooty, shooty, bang, bang.
So, you rolled yet, bingo?
What am I rolling for the coffee bean?
2d6.
2. Okay. I'm gonna roll my shiny ones. Wait, no, you're shiny. Okay. 9. Oh.
See, you jinxed it anyway.
No, that just made my day interesting.
Oh.
So
I'm God!
it is a really tasty bean, and you don't know why, but you think you're about to have the best day of your life.
Brilliant.
At least that's how you feel.
I feel fantastic!
On top of the world.
This is great! Darkness! Brilliant! I love it!
Right. Silas, you're up.
Well, as I said, I'm doing the very unpredictable thing. I shall shoot the vampire.
Roll.
So that's -2, right?
It is -2 to hit.
Okay, so that's 15, 18, 20. 20 exactly.
Noted. Roll your damage.
I'm still faster than him.
You are still faster than him.
Also, 5 stun points.
Yep, spend those. Because something is going to happen.
Uh-oh. 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 I'm gonna dual strike and rapid reload.
Yep.
So I'm gonna dual strike on one of the other vampires. If I see that. If I can hit them.
So you can't see, obviously, but you can hear where they're fighting and making noise. So you can loosely predict where you think they are.
Okay. And it would use the same attack roll we just established, right?
Yep. And the same damage.
Yes, but I remove one of the damage die.
Yes, because you remove the pinpoint.
I can't pinpoint. +4 +5 is 15 damage on the first one and 10 damage on the second one.
Noted. So he drops to that.
And you can pick which one I hit of the additional things.
That's right. I've already taken him off, and the first one got 15 damage. Alright. So what I'm going to say happened is this, because someone took a very lucky bean. So Bingo, you've basically thrown a bean in your mouth and started crunching, and the door has flown open as a vampire has tried to duck into the room. But in throwing the door open the way he's done, he's actually put you behind the door and hasn't seen you.
Okay.
And is too busy ducking into the room as he takes another shot from Silas.
So
Bingo is stealing my kill.
So this means I could go and stab him.
He is completely oblivious that you are in there.
Stab him with a grenade.
Can I could grenade him because my grenades don't go through the floor. They do bits of damage, but not crazy.
Yep. He is
Stuff it in his
100%
underpants.
oblivious that you were there.
Okay, can I throw a grenade at him? I'll throw a fire grenade because they do the most damage.
Yep.
And something about vampires and fire just sounds right.
Also, in that case, I feel it's my responsibility now to mention that you're in the room full of paperwork.
Call the paper, it's fine. It's just us and the gold.
So roll a accuracy.
Although to be fair, I do have lightning, which is fun.
Lightning is always fun.
I might do lightning. Lightning is fun.
Go for it.
It's enlightening. Very, very
Okay.
enlightening.
15.
Right. So you toss this grenade.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, because he's so close, you do basically an underhanded fling, and it lands in his jacket pocket.
It's 6 damage.
So his pocket then explodes
Shazam!
with lightning damage, which just happens to be piercing.
He'll just like hold onto his mask and giggle into it quietly.
Quietly and proudly.
Very proudly.
No.
Like taking mental notes so that he can come back and tell everyone about this later.
The vampire is now sort of staggered against the table and clutching his jacket and staring at the pocket that effectively exploded on him. And with that, Wisp, you're up. You have heard yet another bang from beneath the decks of the other ship.
Oh, joy.
And you can clearly hear, like, fighting and shouting, some of which sounds like Mug.
Uh-huh, that sounds about right.
Mug, and also lots and lots of, like, guns.
Yep.
Just glad I'm not there. How many zombies are still on deck? Can I see that?
You can. In general, the deck is still relatively crowded, and you're not entirely certain if there's still some more below decks. Give or take.
That's their problem. Just the deck's my problem.
On the decks, you'd still count about 70 odd.
70?
Yep.
Oh, gosh.
They're not being very effective. Like, some of them are up on, like, the higher decks or right up the front, just sort of shambling around in circles. It's like they've got zero direction.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
just going to keep doing what I'm doing slowly, unless, no. The injured folk, would I have seen them?
You do see at this stage that some of the crew are dragging injured back onto the frigate, and you see.
So they have made it back then, so they're fine.
Yeah, they're basically cycling people out. So when someone gets too injured, they're pulling them out and putting a fresh fighter in.
Okay, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing then for the moment until like fighty time.
Yeah. No problem.
What is it you are doing then, if it's not fighty time?
Just luring them off very, very slowly.
Oh, yes. You're still handling the big numbers. like you're still being the one that actually makes sure that we don't lose to the zombies.
It's a very slow process, though.
Whereas Mug is just going off hunting the vampires and having fun.
We're just like, we're taking these few enemies, and you're just like, I'll take all of the others.
So, I'll get you to do another communication at this stage, just as you try to attract as much attention from them as possible. Yep. So I'll do that. And right, another 6 join the queue that is making its way to the edge of the ship.
Ooh. So that's 64 now, is it?
I think currently you're in the realm of about 20 that have yeeted themselves.
Okay.
On the upside, you've killed more than some of the cannons have.
Fair dues.
To be fair, some of the cannons, is that you comparing to like the cannon that we used to blow ourselves up?
That still killed 3 people.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you're not wrong.
So, Wisp keeps banging on her bell, and a sort of progression of zombies is sort of staggering up to that end of the ship and just tripping over the side.
Have any of our crew picked up on this strategy? Just wondering.
So a couple of them have, and the injured are sort of being brought up to that end of the ship. At least those that aren't too terribly injured, and someone has literally just starting to hand them pots and pans. And they are starting to join in at this stage. The rest of the crew are just trying to keep the remaining zombies sort of as forced in on themselves as possible, so that they're not able to bring the whole numbers together. Basically pinning them up against the railings and the higher poop deck of the ship.
God damn it.
I am sorry. I'm also tired.
Do not blame me. So, with that done, they will take down, or basically fight a couple more zombies. So let me roll them up. Yep, they're not seeming to have any trouble at the moment. And another batch of zombies bite the dust. So the crew have worked out that if they surround and just keep pushing the zombies backwards on themselves, it's less about fighting and more just like cleaving your way through them. And they've started to work out some effective strategies to push them further and harder up against the back of the ship and are just carving their way through. Although on the odd occasion one gets unlucky and a zombie breaks through their defenses. While they are still fighting, Verity.
Alright. The ship is still like super far away, right?
It is closing in, and at this stage it's not 20 yards away, but it will be there pretty shortly based on the speed it's coming in at.
Does this mean I can hold an action to dispel as soon as it comes within 20 yards?
You can hold.
Yeah. Then that's what I'm gonna do.
Yep. So you'll hold your spell, waiting for them to get close enough. Bhajiri, you are up. So there's a number of crew that are now up near you, and they've been sort of trying to kettle in as many zombies as possible and keep them close by, since they've seen how effective you are at throwing them all over the place.
In that case, I'm just gonna like go for more yeeting, I guess.
Yep.
I did have a potential terrible plan, but because we could end up selling the ship potentially, I figured I won't try and do anything stupid.
To be fair,
I've just lost all my
stupid
dice.
is our trademark.
Can I get you to just roll an intelligence, Bhajiri? Just to assess how much damage you've currently done to the ship.
You know what? That's a 12 in total.
Right. Based on what you know of ships, you've done a lot of damage, but this thing is still quite flyable. It would take at least double, if not more, of what you've done to it to actually knock it out of the sky.
Okay, I think yeeting's on, because there aren't that many vampires left on the ship, probably. And I trust my companions to be able to deal with them.
Fool.
See, that's where you go wrong. Since when do we do trust?
If Bhajiri had less faith in y'all, he'd probably be like taking control of the helm of the ship if he could. But because he has faith, he is not going to do that, and he is going to try and yeet some zombies.
Yep, go for it.
That was a shite roll. Oh no. It's a 10, I think, if I can do maths. No, it's not. It's a 12.
Righty. Let me just triple check. No, that's still a hit.
Hell yeah. And in that case, I will roll for my damage. My damage is 7 plus 5 is 12, right?
7 plus 5?
Yep, that is 12.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
46.
So, you, presuming you didn't stunt on that one.
No, I didn't stunt.
So you basically thrust your spear in over the top of a bunch of your fellow crewmates at this stage, and just rip the head off one of these zombies and sort of flick it over the side.
Nice.
Its body just drops.
Bhajiri's just like, Silas wouldn't have enjoyed that.
So, right. So, a couple of things are going to happen now. Bingo, you got front row seats to this. The zombie at the table is going to start chanting, and then he casts a spell. He's basically chanting and using a fingertip. He's drawing like arcane symbols in the air in front of him.
Ooh.
Oh. Can I hit him from where I am?
What I'll say is he'll succeed at getting the spell off, but he's not aware of your presence in the room. So,
Is it targeting Bingo?
nope, he is not targeting Bingo. I will say, Verity, you were also going to sense that someone is still casting magic on the ship, and that one of the spells that you have been dispelling has just been recast. And
God damn it.
all the zombies on the ship are no longer looking like they are not paying attention anymore. Likewise, Mug is going to hear the two vampires near him attempting to attack him.
Yeah. They might actually succeed now.
I'm going to say a 10 and a 12 are probably not successes.
No, sorry.
That's fine.
But they're trying.
They're trying, but they're at a disadvantage with that -2.
Yeah. Only Mug can get it done.
They're also trying to melee you in the dark and not hit each other, so
yeah.
they're not doing too well with that right now. But they're doing what they think they need to do. The zombies, however, the ones that were walking towards the edge of the ship all stop and turn around and start heading back towards where the crew and Bhajiri are. And Bhajiri, the ones that are near you, you notice that they no longer lurch as much, and that the swords are up and they're actually fighting.
Oh no. Oh, butts.
How dare this actually be a fight?
Yes.
We don't do that. Do those.
I'm
All
going to
we
presume
do
a
is
19
unfair
and a
slaughter.
16 hit.
Fuck. Yeah.
Wow. Mug has all the hits, but no one can hit him.
But Judy, are you auditioning for Fine Mist as well? Just like the crew that exploded my cannon?
Nah. But if Bhajiri was auditioning for Fine Mist, he'd be Fine Mist by now.
So the first hit was 11 damage, and the second hit was 8.
Okay, so that's not too bad.
However, next to you, one of the crew members that has boarded this ship with you gets cut down hard.
Oh fuck!
as basically the zombies that were originally just sort of like clawing and pushing stop clawing and pushing and just skewer him.
Rip.
That's not friendly.
Oh. Hmm.
And the second ship...
Is the caster who recast the spell like on deck on the first
Nope.
ship? No.
You sense that spell getting cast from below deck.
Yeah.
Um,
So I at this point, I guess Verity is really fucking annoyed that they haven't been able to deal with it yet. God damn it! I did my part.
Fair enough. The other thing you'll notice is that the second ship is now pulling up alongside your own, and the zombies are now all over the side of the ship and are leaping across.
Oh boy. I did not expect it to get here so fast.
Oh.
That said, that is their turn. And Haldir,
Hmm.
Yep.
you're up and being boarded.
Is this the second ship?
The second
Yeah.
ship is now
First ship.
boarding.
Oh.
Yes.
So
So
the one
that
that you
means it's
badly
within
missed.
20 feet
It
or
is.
20 yards,
So
right?
yes, Haldir, I'll let you think about what you're about to do. Verity, your spell will go off. So you are holding to cast effectively to disenchant
The arcane abatement, as
Yep.
it's called.
so
If
cast that.
this thing will actually allow me to cast. And yes, it will. And fuck you all, I'm gonna do the double cast thing again because this roll is fucking epic.
Yeah.
Do it.
Go for it.
I mean, it's not a 666, but it's really fucking close.
It's good.
So was that going to be the disrupt magic, or was that going to be...
Yeah, that's a disrupt magic.
Yep.
And I can math. Can I math? I think I can math. Can I not math? 12, 21,
Jesus.
23. Yeah. And that's 6 stun points.
Yep.
So I'm gonna do the both and yeah, increase the spell power. Not gonna do anything, and none of this allows me to cast it for cheaper. So
That is fair. So, roll the second... So the disrupt, so that's the intelligence plus your power arcana.
yep. Great, not as
and
good, but still fine.
I'll just double check how that's going to impact the vampire.
And there's no stun points on the second one.
No,
so-
that's fine. Yep, no, that's plenty good.
And it's
So,
still 8 mana.
actually, it will be 2 less than that. It will be 6 mana. Because of what they are currently doing. The thing you'll notice is that, once again, the shadowy cloud above the ship vanishes. The second thing you'll notice is that all the zombies that launched on as a coordinated mass onto your ship are now just milling around.
So Verity is gonna shout, "Take out the casters! I can't keep this up for much longer."
Well,
They're trying. Appreciate
Bingo's
them
trying. He will. He'll do it.
People.
Mug is trying his
So-
best.
Bingo,
Yes.
in the room you are, you notice that this vampire has planted his hands on the table and seems to have shut his eyes and is still chanting.
Can I run up, jump on his back, and put my grenade in his mouth?
Roll a dexterity acrobatics if you have it.
Okay.
I mean, if the
Okay.
vampire falls for this, does that mean it's blind or something?
14.
So, which type of grenade are you going to use?
I am going to use blast because it's inside his mouth, so it should just blow his head off.
Right. So, you run up behind him, jump onto the large leather trench coat that he has over his armor, and start scrambling up. And as his concentration starts to break and he starts to turn to look at you, he swings you up onto the table so that you are practically in front of him, and you jam this blast grenade into his mouth as he stumbles backwards in surprise.
And the pin is clutched in my little hand.
So, what I'm going to do is roll this to see what happens to him. No, he did not need to roll. Well, he didn't roll what he needed to roll to save his ass.
He is so surprised his jaw drops to the floor.
So, a couple of things happen. The magical darkness in the corridor vanishes. Silas, you see the vampire that cast the spell staggering out into the hallway again, and then his head explodes.
Okay.
I rolled a 4, a 3, and a 1 on my willpower save. So that's a total of 7.
Silas,
Oh,
you faint.
Oh.
nice.
How is a 7, which
Okay.
is only slightly below average, a full faint? Damn.
There's blood everywhere.
It's
Yes,
basically like
But
someone...
it's also a decent save.
A 7?
Well, it's
7.
only slightly below half of what you can roll.
You needed a little bit more than that. Because not only is there the fact that you just witnessed the head exploding, there is all the damage you caused earlier in a spray of blood behind where he was. There is a lot of blood all over the floor.
Okay.
I will say that you will wake up pretty quickly on that. Or more to the point, you will wake up on your next round.
So I only lose this round.
Yes. So no one's going to have to wake you up or anything.
Okay.
And because it's getting late, what I am going to say is what we will do is we'll leave it here.
But I wanted to cast my lightning bolt. I've rolled all the die.
Well, let
One
me
more
just
round.
double-check.
One more
One more
round.
round? Okay. I can be convinced.
Good.
Yeah.
That means that I'm awake at the start of next session, so yes, please.
Yep. Okay, we'll do it that way. So I had slipped Bingo in after Verity had cast her Dispel, which means that first up on the rank is Haldir, as you've been boarded.
Yeah. And I can still see the vampire up on deck, right?
You can see the vampire there. They do not look pleased at the fact that once again their magic seems to have been dispelled on them.
Ship, right? So there's still. a
He's
cloud
gonna
of
be
double
very
ship
pleased
and
with how I'm
double
gonna shoot a lightning bolt at his face in a moment as well.
Yeah.
Go, Haldir, go!
So I rolled
Oh, nice.
19. So
And
that
5
was
stun points.
5
That-
stun
right.
points.
That's
And
a
this
hit.
time I'm just gonna go for a lethal spell.
Yep, go for it.
So that ends up being 19 magic and piercing.
Noted.
And at this point, Haldir is. Is the cloud still up?
The cloud is gone.
Yeah.
And the zombies are sort of just stumbling around.
Yeah. So Haldir's just having his flute in one hand and then making a gesture and pointing it at him. And yeah, lightning flies out of it. Hit him square in the chest.
Yep. Haldir did indeed use Thunderbolt. It was very effective.
Nice.
So, Haldir having launched lightning across at the vampire that is hissing and extremely pissed off. Mug, you can suddenly see the two vampires who seem very surprised that they can see you.
Yeah, Mug is like, oh yeah, it's even easier to take you out now. I'll get you. He's trying to fire himself out. He's really hoping for some stunt points through lightning attacks. Yeah. No.
That sounds like it was a hit, but not stunts.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Am I still echoing?
I heard something really, really faintly, but I haven't heard anything at the minute.
I'm so sad. Like, Mug is not doing much, just normal attacks.
Mug has been tanking two vampires, which is impressive in its own right.
They've been just failing and, like, attacking him.
Oh, you wouldn't want these things hitting you.
Yeah, I guess I'm taking it too easy. Yeah. So I think that's a 14, which is probably a hit.
That is a hit. So roll your damage.
It's a bit better now. So that's 9 points of magical.
Yep. So that's on him.
So hoping for stun form.
Yeah. So that vampire is bleeding from several holes in his chest where you have just individually hit him each time with a pistol.
Oh, Mug managed to hit the same vampire over and over again.
You have been effectively hitting the same one repeatedly.
Good.
Hell yeah.
With that, Silas, you start to wake up and you'll find yourself face down on the floor. And we will then have Whisp. You've noticed. You notice that they're not. The zombies aren't coming across the deck at you anymore, and had turned and started wandering on back towards.
And there are now zombies on our ship.
And yes, zombies have poured onto your ship, but likewise, they started off looking like they were coordinated, and now are just milling around.
Then can I like try and herd them together with the bell and then get folk to try and help me push them off?
Yep.
This is a lovely strategy for dealing with zombies on a boat. Push them off.
So you rush over to the other side of your deck, and I will get you to do your communication roll.
18.
Right. Based on the fact that they are closer this time. A group of 15 of those zombies are all just going to start shuffling along the rails towards you.
Mm-hmm.
And spreading themselves out over the deck, which means that some of your crew have started to already figure out what you're trying to do.
Cool.
Right. Fifth up is them, and they are going to take advantage of that right now. So a group of the crew that had been pulling the injured out and putting them onto the frigate and back onto the Cirrus. Those that are nearest to the frigate have all jumped back aboard, and they are running over to that side of the ship and just shoving. They're not even really trying to attack. And a good solid 5 zombies go flying off the side.
Sorry, were you talking to me?
I was talking in general with what the NPCs were doing.
Ah.
So your crew have reacted and started shoving those zombies that you summoned over the side.
Woo.
Good crew members.
Verity.
There's no more magical effects going, right? There are
current-
no clouds and no.
Yep, all magical
functioning-
effects that you felt have dissipated. You don't know what caused the one below decks to stop, but it stopped rapidly.
Oh, okay. I assume that maybe someone was actually competent. Maybe.
Oi,
Biggest
you're
sense of
talking
way.
about this crew. Why the fuck are you
Yeah,
using
you're
the word
right.
competent?
It must have been some kind of fluke or the timing went off. I'm sorry, I'm an ass.
Nope, not really, to be honest. Because this is the
I
effect that
will-
a certain bingo
Yeah,
is under.
I will. I think I just. Can I hold an action again, just waiting for someone to cast something new to dispel?
Yep. So
So
you
she's
Very
just gonna
safe.
stand there, like, waiting for someone to cast something, and if they do, she's gonna try to dispel it and pray to the heavens above that she has enough mana.
How to piss off mages 101 with Verity.
I mean, yeah, I am so fucking surprised that nobody has been like, get the fucking mage over there that's dispelling everything.
They haven't had a chance.
True, because whenever there's like something happened, she's just been like, nope, nope.
Mm-mm.
So Bhajiri.
I mean,
I don't
zombies are
like
not
fun.
Exactly.
She's
Zombies are not
basically
exactly
playing magic and she's
intelligent.
playing blue. Only blue.
Bhajiri, you are up. The zombies are no longer flailing and actually fighting as they were before, and have
Like wipes some sweat from his brow.
they have resorted back to just sort of shambling and clawing, and yeah, it's like they got 10 seconds of skill that they then lost again.
I find that somehow relatable. So how many are still on the ship?
So as in zombies.
Yeah.
So in the recent fighting on the ship you are on, you're fairly certain that there's only, give or take, about 50 zombies in total scattered across the deck, and you've got most of them sort of shoved up against this back area.
Okay, fantastic. I'm gonna do what I've already been doing and go for a yeet.
Yep.
That was not too bad because I have 5 stunt points from that. I'm gonna write the numbers down because my brain is stopping to work.
No problem.
That is. Please check my maths. That is 16, right?
Yes, correct.
Whew. Okay. And in terms of stunt points, that means that I can, because I have got the thing up. I think I am going to dual strike. I am going to dual strike, and I am going to then skirmish, I guess.
Yep.
So damage, I almost rolled too many dice there. Oh, that is some meaty damage. if I can count, that's also 16.
Yep, that is. And how many points did you put into the...
1 point of skirmish, and then 4 for the dual strike.
Yep, not a problem. So, you basically swing your spear and shove a zombie clear out of the way, and then thrust into another two and send the tip of your spear right through both of their heads.
Nice.
You get a cheer from some of the crew that are nearby you.
Bhajiri will shoot them a charismatic wink.
So 7, 8, 9, right. So the last actions are the vampires and the zombies. So the zombies are once again not under control. So that is not what that was. Oh, they stunted. Which means they're going to do that. Do 14s definitely hit you, don't they, Bhajiri?
Yes.
Right. Despite the fact that you took a number of hits there because they stunted, the first two are not going to do any damage because they didn't do enough.
Fuck yeah!
You took a 3, a 4, a 7, and a 7.
Okay, so that's 2 points damage total.
Yeah. So basically, a group of them sort of lurched forward as a group and just with not their weapons, but basically teeth and claw, they've just tried to like swarm you. But they haven't done anywhere near as much damage as if they'd actually been swinging weapons at you.
Thank fuck for that. I'm getting a bit low on the old hit points.
The vampires downstairs, or the remaining two of them, gonna swing at Mug. 15 on the first attack, and a 16 on the second.
Oh wow, Mug actually will now potentially lose hit points. Let's see how much damage they do.
Right.
Because I don't think Mug has so far lost any hit points in this fight.
Excuse me while I
Ridiculously.
glare at that dice.
Sorry. It's just amusing.
So the first hit did 6 damage.
Okay.
Out
Is
of
there
a
any
potential.
pierce armor?
No, there is no stunt points, so there's no pierce armor. That was
Okay.
2 1s on the damage dice.
Oh, wow.
So the second one did 9 damage.
These vampires are so unlucky. I'm almost feeling sorry for them.
Well, the zombies have been rolling much better than they have. So 9 on the second.
So that's 6 and 9.
Yep.
And no pierce armor for either.
No pierce armor on either of these.
Well, at least they tried.
Considering their potential damage, that was ridiculous. And there is one vampire up on the deck of the other ship, and he's going to try something slightly different. He is pulling a pistol and looking towards Haldir and shooting.
Oh, wow. Oh. That's clever.
And missing by a country mile unless a 9 hits.
Well, what's your AC? Oh dear.
Have we got a Haldir? Nope. I don't hear a Haldir. Bear with. I will quickly.
I think a 9 on defense would be very low, wouldn't it?
It is very low. I'm just
Yeah.
triple checking if I've got Haldir's sheet.
I'm here.
No, that's right. Does a 9 hit?
No, it does not.
Excellent. That's all I needed to check. The vampire that you cast your spell at has pulled a pistol and fired back, but missed. By a country mile.
Haldir is just standing there and giving him like 2 raised hands, like, what?
So, with that, I would say that's all the rounds until now. There hasn't been a spell cast, so Verity, you held your turn for a spell. I'll have you first on the turn order when we kick back in. Other than that, and Silas will be back up.
Yay.
I think at this stage we will leave it here for the night, because some people do need to get some sleep.
True that.
With
And some of us overslept to this session. It's fine.
That's all right. You have killed off a number of vampires and have done immeasurable damage to a zombie crew. We will
Kill them. Kill them.
Make them walk the plank.
Good.
Make them
Oh.
walk the plank.
Can you keel-hold them? Yes.
What is
Nice.
going on?
Kill haul the filthy rat and we send them down to the death kill hole.
And with that, I will stop the recording.
Yo!
Yo!